We in there, man. We in there. Gonna let some boys get in here, man. See what these boys talking about, man. See what these boys talking about. We talking that boxing talk, man. We talk anything y'all boys want to talk about. I ain't tripping. We're gonna do about 30 minutes to an hour, man. 30 minutes to an hour. Let these boys get in here, man. Coach B
What's happening? What's happening?
was good, man.
Chilling, chilling.
Man, we wait for a couple. We got two people in here, man. But how you feel about that boy Charlo calling out? He called out Boots, Errol, Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? You think it's for real? You think, man, he just need to take like a little tune up before he start getting in all them fights? What's good? What's good with you, bro? What's good?
I'm alive and well. I'm alive and well, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get straight to it. No pun intended, but I like it. We need more guys like this. Sometimes you agree when fighters been out of the ring, they need tune-ups, but at the same time, the sport of boxing and the landscape that it sits on right now currently needs somebody to come in and demonstrate true efforts put forth towards becoming the best in the world, pound for pound, getting a name into the Hall of Fame. And this, to me, if it was to happen, and if it is going to happen, win or lose against all these guys, the sport of boxing needs somebody to get in there and show that it's okay to run through the gauntlet, lose one, win one. So him calling out Boots, him calling out Ortiz, him calling out Spence, him calling out whoever he called out. I like it. It's a plus for the sport when you get guys like this to get in there and demonstrate true heart and warriorism when it comes to sport of boxing. Because right now, you already know where I stand at with the sport of boxing. It's a lot of guys who politic and talk a lot of noise, but ain't really stepping to the guys they need to be stepping to. You know what I'm saying? But for Charlo to come out and make a statement like this, skip the tune-up fight and get straight to it. We need somebody to come back and represent the sport the way it used to be represented and how it should be represented, especially when your names is in the lights of being considered one of the best to do it in your era, or best to do it of all time, or best to like I said, top 10 fighter of all time. When your name is considered to be thrown in that mix, you need to be out there displaying that, not kind of moving around the fact because you the A side and you can fight who you want to fight when you want to fight them, and you can pick who you want to pick. I don't want to hear all that. We ain't got time for that no more. The landscape of boxing is predominantly built off of guys politicking and fighting who they want to fight when they think it's time for them to fight. We don't need that no more. We need a guy to come in and display legit heroism for the sport. And I think if Charlo can get these fights lined up and he fight, you know what I'm saying, these guys, like I said, win or lose, those names that we stated, that's not a bad loss. And if he wins, that's even greater. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna complain about a Charlo and the Ortiz fight and Ortiz gets a split decision? Or who's gonna complain about a Charlo and the Boots fight and it goes to a draw? Who's gonna complain about a Spence and a Charlo fight and Charlo unanimously beats a Spence? And nobody's gonna complain about that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand on it right now. I like it. In my opinion, forget the tune up, come back here and help the landscape of boxing get back to where it's supposed to be.
2 cents, man. What's good with you, man?
What's
Go on,
going
go on.
on? Finally caught you live.
What's happening,
Yeah.
2 cents?
What's up?
Go on and drop your 2 cents. What you think about that Charlo, man? What you think about him calling out everybody? Hunter, you gonna
Um,
go next, man.
I don't have no problem with him calling out everybody. I mean, I think it's Charlo. I think a lot of people forget because they. Let me take it back a little bit, right? This is my issue that I have with people in Charlo. When Charlo went on his undisputed run and he was undisputed, everybody was acting like undisputed wasn't a big deal. You wouldn't even know the man was undisputed. And I feel like he never really ever got the respect for going undisputed, fighting each of the champions, overcoming adversity, doing the rematches, collecting all the belts. Like, and as you see, 154 ain't been no bad division since what, early 2000s. Probably the 54 division is always competitive, as it is today. And so it seemed like he went up, he did the Canelo fight, and then everybody wanted to erase all that he's ever done when they wasn't even really giving him credit anyway. So him coming back and calling out the top guys, he not doing nothing that he ain't always do.
Mm-hmm.
This the same Charlo. He's still a dog. Like, y'all can say whatever y'all want. He's still the best fighter at 154 pounds. Now, him coming straight into these guys without a tune up, my 2 cents, I think it's a horrible idea. I think it would be irresponsible for him to do. You've been on this long layoff, and you're gonna come right back into what, a boots fight? You're gonna come, like, why would you put yourself at a disadvantage like that? We know ring rust is a real thing, and we know that the older these fighters get and the longer layoffs they take, they're not recovering like they were when they were younger. I feel like we learned that with Earl Spence. So I'm glad that Charlo is calling all these guys out, and I'm sure he will fight them all. He not gonna call them out and act like they ducking him and play all these internet games. Like he said in the video, he old school boxing. We gonna fight, send the contract, let's do it. But I don't think coming back and going into one of those fights, I don't think that's proving anything. Um, I think the whole no tune up thing, like I don't know where that came from, and it seems to only apply to black fighters because I never hear any problem when anybody else takes a tune up. It's never been a knock on anybody for taking a tune up, especially coming off a loss and a 2 year layoff. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't take a tune up, right? But if you don't take a tune up and he go straight into the fight, I feel like that'd be on him. But I think if he does that and get his ass whooped, we all gonna be sitting here saying he should have took a tune up.
Right.
But I don't think he's clowning or capping when he calling these guys out. He want the smoke with Boots. It's nobody else calling Boots out, not for real. They fake calling him out. They not calling him out for real. But I believe Charlo is real. He want to fight Boots. He want to fight Crawford, and I would love to see Boots fight Crawford. And old dude was saying who would complain about a Crawford fight. I look in the comments; they already complaining. Oh, what have you done to fight Crawford? What have you done? Why you want to fight Boots? They already complaining. So it really don't matter what you do. Boxing fans are going to complain. But that's my 2 cents about the Charlo situation.
Honcho, what you got, bro?
Shit. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yo, what it do, boss? Man, it's been a minute since I've been up here.
yeah. It's been a minute since I've been live, man.
Facts,
Yeah,
man. Hope all is well, bro. So we
likewise.
talking about Charlo?
Yeah.
Charlo. Yeah, going off 2 cents, man. I think I'm starting to learn. I mean, it's been quite evident, but black fighters definitely get held to another standard. We got to do double and triple just to get half the credit. It looks like when Canelo moved up and he undisputed, he get to keep his belts. But when Charlo moved up and what's the name, Bud moved up, those belts got taken away the minute they had another fight. Um, but going on to all the call outs, I think Charlo definitely need a tune up first. He's been out the ring for about 2 years. God knows what's been going on outside the ring. I respect the heart. I'm sure he will hop in there and fight anybody. I mean, that's just always been Charlo character, personality. Him and Earl kind of come from that kind of cloth. It's just whoever there, they'll fight him. But I think, you know, him being undisputed at 154, I definitely think he should get a tune up in. Don't fight a Lima. Don't do what Boost just did. Don't fight a Lima dude with 16 fights we never heard of. I think if you go and fight like a Brian Mendoza type or I don't know, just a name like that, maybe like a B fighter, C plus fighter, someone we at least heard of, I think that'd be good. And then, you know, go through the rest of the ranks. I think it should get on and popping at 154. There's no reason for Boots not to fight somebody next. I mean, Boots needs to either fight Bakram or
Oof, oof.
Fandora. Boots has been moving a little funny lately. I mean, you can blame Eddie Hearns, you can blame Boots, but either way, those fights gotta happen for Boots. The fans calling for it. Boo's been called out by a lot of guys. He's calling out a lot of guys, and he's damn near at 40 fights with no names. Well, this is uncharted territory.
Mm-hmm.
40 fights, no names. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, at this rate, he about to hit Floyd Mayweather record, and he might have two real fights. If we being real, Boost might only have 2-3 fights in his career, but he'll have the same record as Floyd Mayweather. So,
Why you
but
think he don't got no names though?
I think that his team is moving them in a certain way and keeping them out of, I think they're still trying to build him up, make sure his confidence there. I do not think everybody's ducking Boots. I'm not. I can't
So you
fall
don't
for
think he
that.
was ducked at 47?
Say it again.
You don't think he was ducked at 47?
The business wasn't right at 147. You got a guy like Eddie Hearns, right? So the play is where Eddie Hearns is. You want these names for Boost, but he wants to underpay guys and he wants to underpay champions. The risk reward isn't there, right? When it comes to making these big fights, you got to pay. And you got a guy like Turkey Al Sheikh. He's making the fights happen, but he already said Boost wants tune-ups. He said Boost wants two tune-ups. And then Boost came around and said, "Nah, I don't want no tune-up." But then who did he fight? He fought a Lima Beans. So
So, but who else
that's
was available for him to fight
Right. That was
at
my
which at which weight class?
at 54?
At 54?
Yeah, who was
everybody
available
lined
for
up
him to
right.
fight?
I mean, we'd have to go through the ranking, man. But we could look at the top 5, top 10, top 12 fighters, and we can see who's available. We can go through that. But to fight a Lima, I've never heard of Lima ever in my life.
So just
This
because
is
you
a
never heard of him, I mean, he had
you
what
heard.
17 fights and he was a champion, so he had more fights than Madrimov.
I don't think Lima Beans was a champion.
Yeah, he was the IBO champion.
It was the interim champ, or he was
He
the
was the
official champ.
IBO. He was the official IBO champion, and he fought for the interim also.
So right now, Boots has a belt at 154.
The IBO.
That's interesting. I've never heard of Lima. If y'all have heard of Lima and y'all say that was a worthy fight for him, I mean, I'm just agree to disagree right there. I think there's a bunch of other names at 154 he could have fought. But if you're saying he
Ooh,
fought for a belt, then I give you that. But I got to do my research. I didn't know that was for. I didn't see Boots get a belt after that fight.
look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, he got an IBO and he got a version of the WBA belt.
The interim titles. So he's
Yeah.
what he did was put himself in place so he can fight for these belts, so he won't be able to be dunked like he was in 47.
Right.
So he fought for the inter. He fought for the interim, or did he get the belt? Yeah,
He
Boots
fought
won
for
the
the
interim.
IBO and the interim for the WBA.
So basically, he's ranked high now in the WBA to fight that German guy. What's his name? Abbas.
Abasu or something like that.
Yeah. So he's in position to fight him, but he literally put himself in position to where he has a route to a title. He
Right.
has the IBO title, right, which is it's an international boxing belt. Um,
It's a small belt.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
nothing we really recognize over here. I think they it's like an overseas thing. They really talk about the IBO, I believe, overseas.
Hold on. Jay Will, you need to click that link, man. I'm gonna put it in here. We need you on the panel, brother. We need you up here, man, because with that Terrence Crawford talk you was talking, we need you up here. So we need you on here because we finna get on that. We finna get on that Terrence Crawford talk in a minute. So click that link, Jay Will. We want to hear your voice for the first time. We don't need you typing in the comment section.
Right. Right.
Get up on here. Don't talk about 2 cents. Don't mention 2 cents. Click the link. Click the
Hey,
link, brother.
You know, Jay Will gonna comment. If he gonna
hey,
do anything, he gonna leave you a comment.
so, so y'all said Boots put himself in the position to get a belt, pretty much,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
But I think we all can agree, and I've heard Boss say it a few times, and I'm on that side too. It's about who you fought, not them belts, right? Because I think the biggest critique we have of Crawford is he got a bunch of belts,
It
but
is.
we didn't know who they fought. And also, we're at an era of box. I mean, it depends on how y'all feel about Turkey. I know we're not all fans of Turkey, but Turkey's still putting on them fights, and they are for it's for bigger money and it's for more accolades. So why does Boots need to do this to put himself in a position when you got a guy and his promoter has worked with Turki Al-Sheikh for countless fights and put his fighters in countless positions. Why
You
does he
mean
need to
like putting
do all that
Shakur on the undercard fighting in Saudi in the middle of the day?
for a belt though? For a belt,
No visibility.
bread and the belt. I mean, if it wasn't for Turkey, I mean, where would Shakur fought on Thursdays before Turkey, right? So it's not really. It's still a step up. Shakur done fought on a Thursday or Friday night, so that was a step up, and that was more visibility than Shakur's ever got. I
He
mean,
ain't been the main event since.
but the main, what did Shakur get from being the main event? He still never was a pay-per-view attraction. He fought on ESPN,
And
which was
he,
a
now
free,
he for
which was
sure
a
will
free.
never be a pay-per-view attraction fooling with Turkey.
Say it again.
Now he for sure will never be a pay-per-view attraction fooling with Turkey.
Well, it's a pay-per-view. When you say pay-per-view, I mean the point of pay-per-view is to get back in money and make the most money possible. Turkey's cutting that out, right? So even if Shakur was on pay-per-view, what's Shakur gonna sell? Devin Haney's been on pay-per-view. He never sold until he fought a guy like Ryan Garcia. He sold 50,000 with Regis Prograis. So being on pay-per-view ain't always that it's not as hyped up what you're making it, because now Devin Haney's fighting as an undercard with Turkey, and he's probably gonna make 20-30 million dollars more than he would if he would have fought on pay-per-view by himself.
You believe that Devin Haney's making $20 or $30 million?
I think he's probably making he's making a dub. I think he's making 15, 20 for sure. For sure.
Nah, bro. Absolutely not. $20 or $30 million for what?
15, 20 mil. I mean, they
No.
you know how much I
Oh
know
yeah.
It's a different fight, but you know how much Usyk made to fight Dubois? He made 130 million.
And Mike Coppinger came out and said that was cap.
Okay.
He
I
said they
mean,
probably getting like 7 or 8% of that.
Because I know B Norman's making about 3 to 5, man. So if you telling me B Norman's making 3 to 5, I have to say that
The right
Haney's at
amount.
least making 15. He's the bigger name, bigger draw. This is the first time B Norman's
You
been on this
you
stage.
think that Devin Haney is making $15 million, but Bud had to go sit in a room for 9 hours and argue with Turkey people to negotiate his fight for Canelo?
Negotiate with it's Canelo we talking about though. This Canelo, this the Super A side, and it was more so negotiating with Canelo. So I don't think it was
But
Turkey.
what they negotiating for if Turkey just paying them what they want?
You asking the right questions. You are asking the right questions. I don't have all those answers, but I'm I'm gonna keep it to me. I don't have all them answers to questions you have. These are valid
I'm gonna leave you
questions,
alone. I'm gonna
but
leave you
I
alone. Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
these are great questions. Who says I know you do this, so I respect it. You've been on your game. You do this, so
I can answer that question.
yeah. Come on, help me out, man. Tag me in.
I think that people get lost in the conversation is not about how much people are getting paid. I mean, Turkey has the bankroll to pay, but he's not stupid. So we just because he has the money doesn't mean that he's going to be stupid with his money. That's why he told Eddie Hearn, "Look, if you want tune-ups, you go make that fight with Boots. Don't come to me with that because I'm not paying for that." So also, these fighters don't really want to display what they make. They got taxes. So the reality is like the money conversation when it comes to Turkey, I think is really mute because it doesn't matter. The dude has the bankroll. The problem is, do the fighters really want to fight? And what we've seen now, Turkey has eliminated the whole A side, B side. You don't sell, I sell. That's done now because it doesn't matter to Turkey if he loses a dime. He wants to see the fights. The question is, are these fighters going to fight now? Because the money issue is gone now. It's done. No one can talk about that no more. So I heard earlier someone defending Boots choosing Lima. So are we saying that out of all the 154 pounders out there, Lima was the best option for Boots for a belt that no one cares about? The IBO, like you said, 2 cents, is really insignificant. And you already know not Jalil Hackett. Yeah, it is Jalil Hackett came out and spoke about his conversation with Matchroom and about Lima. He was directed that he shouldn't go after Lima, that it was an insignificant fight, an insignificant belt. And then shortly after that, it is announced that Boots is fighting the same fighter that he inquired about to fight for a belt. So I think it's a bunch of excuses.
we know that Boots has the ability to fight whoever. And I believe some have duck boots, but I believe a lot have not duck boots. And it's
Mm-hmm.
getting a little annoying. Okay. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And we done seen the fighters call boots out from Devin Haney to even one time
Excuse
Thurman.
me, did you say Devin Haney?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he wanted that fight for sure.
He wanted that fight. Let's not cap. And I'm not a Devin
And
Haney
quick question,
fan.
hold on.
Y'all trolling?
Does Bakram have a belt at 154?
Yeah.
Absolutely, he has a
Yeah.
belt. Yes, he
Hold
does.
on. Okay, okay. So
Eddie
why?
Hearn said, wait. Eddie Hearn said he offered Bakram to fight. They didn't want the fight because Lubin had petitioned for Bakram's belt, and Lubin and Bakram was supposed to be fighting.
Why
And
aren't they
then
fighting?
Bakram, hold on, then Bakram gonna come out and be like, "Oh, they didn't want he want to fight me." And why, Bakram? Why you ain't saying nothing when they was looking for an opponent? Because
Why?
you was
why
Well,
supposed to be about to
hold
I
fight
can
on.
Lubin.
respond to that.
Because
I can
Lubin
respond to
supposed to
that.
be
Hold on.
for his
Why is
belt.
Eddie Hearn pulling up that's Turkey. Turkey's paying for the Bakram fight. Why is Eddie making that fight?
I'm just
Turkey's
telling
putting
you
up
what
the money
Eddie
for the
said. I
fight.
can't answer that. I'm just telling you what
Okay,
Eddie
so
said.
Eddie saving
let
his
me answer.
fighter.
Let me answer that.
Eddie
Let
gotta
me
save
answer
his
that.
fighter.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
That's
I'm
all you. I'm
listening.
saying Eddie has a job to protect his fighter name at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
let's just keep it. Once again, the capping just continues
But
to happen.
Bakram was
Number
in
one,
negotiations with
I,
Lubin. I
I,
just told you.
I can respond to you 2 cents. I don't have a problem with that. Number one, Eddie Hearn is a promoter. His job is to protect the image of his investment and to protect his investment. So let's not talk about Eddie Hearn. Let's talk about Turkey Alex Sheet, who came out, who has the bankroll, and who has said, "Listen, I am trying to get Bakram a fight, but to be very honest, I am not going to name the names, but they do not want to fight him." We can fill in the blanks. He's talking about Virgil Ortiz. He's talking about Boots Ennis. This is who he's talking about. The reality is this: other people have already said it. The bottom line is that Boots is already in many fights. We need to see him in the ring with proper competition.
Right.
I don't mind tune-ups, but golly, man, how much tune-ups are we gonna get? Now we're
I
gonna
mean,
cap for Lima? Come on, man.
I don't understand what the problem is. Can you tell me who was available one at 54 for him to fight? Like literally,
You
tell
could
me who
tell
was
you.
available.
I could tell you. So why did he
Tell
send a
me
contract? Why did he send a contract to the to Ramos, the uncle, not the real Ramos that at 154? Can you explain that to me?
how you know that.
It came out. Ramos came out and said it.
I can't tell you
The
nothing
uncle
about
got
that.
the contract, not the real Ramos at
You
154.
gotta talk to Eddie Hearn about that, bro. I don't send out no
No,
contract.
I'm with you on that too, saying that's what I'm trying to say.
And
Eddie
then Ramos
Hearn,
move up.
go ahead.
Didn't Ramos move up?
Ramos at 154.
Didn't
He
Ramos
sent.
move up?
I don't know what Ramos is doing at this particular moment. I'm
I
saying
believe
at
he
that
moved up.
time Ramos was at 154.
No,
Yeah.
he
Ramos at 60.
he had
He
60
had 60
exactly.
now.
Thank you. Yes, because he was moving up. That's why they didn't fight Ramos.
No, he was at 154 at that time though. Before he moved it to
So
160. I
he
mean,
so
come on
has
now.
he had another fight at 54 since then?
He had.
What I'm trying to say, 2 cents, is that at that time he was at 154. He was not given a contract. So obviously he went to where he needed to go to, whatever's best for him. But I'm saying he could have fought Ramos. Ramos would have loved to fight him, but he sent the contract to the uncle and then lied and made it seem like it was to the 154 pounder Ramos. And Ramos had to come out and say, "Look, don't lie. You sent that to my uncle, bro. We don't have to make this up. It's out
How is
there."
that on Boots though?
I was just
Because
about to
Boost is
ask that
signed to a
question.
promoter that's actually doing I mean, they're both cappers, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe they both are just two sides of the same coin. So honestly, it's on Boost because Boost chose a promoter like that that's lying and doing everything under the sun to keep him out of harm's way. And Boost also ain't stepping up and demanding from his promoter, "Put me in the ring with real competition, or I'm going somewhere else."
So is
Where's
it
Brian
over Bakram
Mendoza?
for re-signing back to Top Rank and never getting the fights over at PBC?
I mean, we don't need to go back into that type of history
No,
right
I'm
now
just
because
asking because it's kind of like the same comparison.
it's not the
Where,
same comparison. And I'm gonna
It
tell you
is
the
the
reason
same
why.
comparison because
It
you're
doesn't
saying
matter.
Boots is responsible for his promoter. I'm asking, was Bud responsible for his promoter?
Listen, let's stop putting
Re-signing
but I got what you're
and
saying,
Bob
2 cents.
blocked the fights for him
Listen,
at
what I'm trying to say though, let's get out of the mud. Let's get out of the past. We can't talk about whatever Bud did or didn't do. The bottom line is that where Bud is today shows that all of his movements
I'm just
led to this
asking about
great.
the
That's all.
situation, bro. I'm just asking
hold
I
about
on.
got
the
what you're saying, 2 cents.
How,
I got what you're
how,
saying, but go
how,
ahead. I'm listening.
hold on. We got somebody that's always in the comment section. He finally on the panel. Jay Will, introduce yourself, brother. We want to hear what you got to say.
Y'all can hear me?
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm really struggling with how to control all this. But first off, peace and blessings to all y'all.
What up, Jay
Um,
Will?
I ain't gonna lie, I be giving 2 cents a whole bunch of problems, but she got thick skin. That's why I rock with her. Same thing with you, boss. Coach, I'm just now getting used to you, but you know what I'm saying. I talk boxing as a distraction. It ain't that deep to me. Like some people really take it to heart. I really just be joking with it, but you know what I'm saying. It's really not that deep, but I'm here, so let's go ahead and do what we need to do.
All right. So 2 cents posed that question. She said, "Look, Boots. I think she what you say? What you say? 2 cents. You talked about
Who
Boots
was
could be
available for Boots to
who's
fight?
Yeah, who was
just
available for Boots at 54, and he also took the fight to put himself in position to be able to fight for the belts without getting froze out or waited out like he did at the 47 division.
I'm sorry, you said Boots was froze out at 47?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. They tried to
By
wait him
who?
out by the other champions. They didn't want to fight him.
Who? I'm sorry, who? Who was waiting them out?
Barrios didn't want to fight. None of the other champions wanted to fight him.
Barrios had
But
a fight with Pacquiao, no? Or am I tripping?
no, I'm talking about before that. When he was trying to get the fights, when he was trying to go undisputed, because that's what he said he was trying to do. He
With
could
Brian
not.
Norman?
He could not get the fights.
He could
He could
was
not
Eddie
get the
offering
fights
the
with
real
the
money?
other champions because they didn't want to fight them. They wanted either too much money for whatever that Eddie was willing to pay, and they
What is
didn't
too
want to fight.
much?
I don't know what too much is. He just said that he wasn't paying the
But
fighters enough.
I just went through this rank. I don't see Lima in the top 20 for this 154 rank. I'm not seeing Lima name.
If you check BoxRec, I
Yeah,
think Lima is ranked number one in his country.
in his country.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I don't think this Lima fight was this fight that Boots needed to take to just get put in position. I think that's a false narrative.
I don't know if you could
So
see
you
my
think I just made that
avatar.
up?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying Lima isn't the fight that he needed to fight to get put in position. There are plenty other fights
So
I
So
think that were better.
that leads into her question. If you go back, if you go look at all the other top competitors at 154, they're all lined up to fight or they're about to fight. So
oh
there
my
was no
God.
option for Boost to scrap with. So he took
Come
what
on,
he could
guys.
get. I
Let's
don't like
let's
the fight. I'm not
Oh
saying I
my
like the fight.
god.
let's use
I'm,
critical think. Listen, let's use
Y'all don't want
critical
to listen to
Let's
thinking.
me.
We gotta just
hold on. Okay,
stop,
let me
man.
answer that real quick. So Boots, okay. So every other champ or whatever was in line to fight somebody, right? So then this goes back to I think all of our premise here where we care more about who you're fighting versus for the belts and all that. I've heard most of y'all say that, right?
correct,
So
correct. I don't like
let's
the
say
Lima fight, but why
let's say
not put
Boots
yourself
would have
in
fought a
position?
name and maybe he didn't fight Lima. Okay, now you're saying Boots is out of position when you got a guy like Turkey that's making fights happen.
No,
Why
he's
didn't
not
you?
out of position, but there's no one available. So why not go put yourself in a position to make yourself available to any and everybody? And they can't run around the fact that they have fights lined up when you
Well,
put yourself in position with the belts. Now you become mandatory to scrap with versus,
You mean the
oh,
same thing he did at 47
no, that's
when he
it's not
fought
the same
title
thing because he's
eliminator
setting
after
himself up
title
early.
eliminator?
He's setting himself up earlier for success right now. He's reset. He's reshaped the landscape for himself at 154. At 47, that he was waited out and froze, just like 2 Cents said. But now that he did this,
look,
I don't like the Lima fight. I don't agree with Boots. I want Boots to be in the ring, but if you look at the availability and all the top competitors at
yeah,
154, they're all lined up to do something already. And even when they speak on the
hold on.
future, none of them mention Boots'
Who
name in their future.
who did Keith Thurman have to fight to get put in position at 154?
What do you mean? Keith Thurman made his own way. This is different.
I'm saying who did Keith Thurman have to fight to get put in a position to fight for a title?
That's a name. Anybody's going to want to fight Keith Thurman. Why
Boots
would
is
you
a
not fight Keith
Boots
Thurman?
is a name.
Talk
Keith
to
Thurman
him.
ain't this big money fight. Keith Thurman is
Boots is
not.
a name for sure, but just like we said, Boots hasn't really been in the ring with guys that he should be in the ring with to put himself. Keith Thurman ran the gauntlet.
Yeah, but
Boots was
When?
trying to run it
When?
down
How
that,
many
but
years
he
ago was
wasn't
that?
allowing it.
Keith Thurman, they were saying that the Pandora Keith Thurman fight is in jeopardy because it wasn't selling nothing, right?
Right, right,
That wasn't
correct.
this marquee fight. Keith
Is
Thurman
that
ain't
the
just
truth?
named it.
Is that the truth?
Hey, the fight's not happening, right?
How do you know
Did
that?
they,
No,
do they have
it's not
another
happening
date?
because of injury.
They
So it's
rescheduled the
not
date?
it's not happening because Fandora got injured.
Yeah, it's
No.
injury
We
prevented
gotta
fight.
see. Let's see when that next date
Great
come out.
timing
Let's
on that
see.
injury by Fondora again.
Let's see when we gotta see another date. Usually we would have had another date by now. Usually
They're
they say
moving. They're
They
moving
already
the.
moved
They
They're
got a
it.
date.
they're
They got a
moving the
date. They moved it.
Fundora fight to the undercard of the Pacquiao fight, right? The December date.
also now it's an undercard.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
on the undercard. That's what has happened. And the
oh,
reason why they did it because we know PBC, they rely heavily on sales,
Right,
pay-per-view revenue. If
right.
they're not selling tickets, it doesn't make sense to put on an event like that. So they're moving it to the December card as an undercard.
yeah, that fight wasn't selling for real.
Well, how do y'all know that though? I'm just asking how y'all know that.
Cause why is it on the
Sources.
undercard now?
Oh, okay. Oh no, no
Because he
problem,
got
2 cents. I feel
injured
you.
and the fight had to be moved. So they
I
trying
feel
to get to the
I feel
next
you.
date available. So that's
Just
no,
sit
I'm
back
just
just sit
asking.
back and watch and remember the conversation, 2 cents. That's all.
I'm just asking.
That
I feel you. I
Pacquiao
feel you.
that Pacquiao card is in January. It's gonna be the co-main though. So
It's there, the co-main, correct.
Pacquiao Rolly is gonna be the main event. Co-main is gonna be Fundora versus Keith Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. But like Keith
Yeah.
Thurman he didn't really fight nobody. He got put in position. I'm saying Boots would have fought.
Hmm.
Boots would have fought these names regardless.
Well,
He didn't have to go fight no Lima for real.
well, you know that they was trying to make Keith Thurman versus Tim Tszyu. That was the
Right,
plot.
That was the
But
original. Yes, sir.
right,
yes,
right.
but that was the plot. But Fundora messed that all up, right? So
Facts.
now Keith Thurman gonna get to fight the man that beat the dude he was supposed to fight. That Tim Tszyu fight was supposed to be Keith Thurman's money fight. His introduction into 154. Because remember, Tim Tszyu they was trying to push him to be the guy at 154.
Correct.
Big
Let me
fact.
ask you a
Big
question,
fact.
brother.
Nah, Tim
So
Tszyu
when
was
so
always
when so when Keith Thurman called out Boots, why didn't Boots entertain that fight when he was called out by Keith Thurman?
Because he
when.
has
Win,
he
right?
needs
That's right.
2 tune-ups.
Win.
He needed
When
tune-ups.
did Keith Thurman
Wh-
call
wh-
out Boots, bro?
Oh, so we're gonna forget that Keith Thurman was petitioning to fight, like he was verbalizing that he wanted to
When?
fight Boots.
You
Yes,
mean
he
When?
did.
you mean
Yes,
in
he
the same
did.
breath when he
All right,
called
so I
out
guess we're
like
gonna
5 other
pretend that we
fighters?
didn't hear that. Okay,
No,
cool.
I don't
Huh?
know.
I
I
heard
never
it.
heard that. I never heard.
I heard it.
Now Boots.
I remember him saying his name, but he was also petitioning to fight other names within that same breath too. It wasn't like he was just attacking Boots. It was other names he mentioned in
No,
that.
But
what
he
I'm
did
trying to
say it.
say, what I'm saying to you is that obviously the problem is that these fighters need money, so we're not gonna
Right,
act like they don't do this as a job, as a
right,
profession. So I'm saying he named Boots as one of the individuals that he was willing to fight.
right,
Why
right.
didn't Boots say, "Hey, you know what? Let's do it"? Can you answer that?
Eddie Hearn said we offer Thurman.
Keith
That's what I'm
Thurman is
saying.
not.
Every name you
Keith
say,
Thurman is
Eddie gonna
not
say we
about to
offered
fight
him.
Boots. So y'all serious right now?
Say it again.
What?
Why aren't we
What'd you say?
serious?
What'd you say?
Why would y'all think Keith Thurman to fight? That's a horrible style matchup for Keith Thurman.
Man,
Why
yeah,
would he fight?
You
Whose
like a-
problem is
I
that?
don't
Oh my God.
think
Okay.
Keith Thurman's not afraid of no boots, man. Come on.
Keith
Hey,
Thurman
what?
can,
2
Keith
cents.
Thurman
2
can
cents.
barely make it through a camp.
2 cents. What has Boots shown you that makes you really believe Boots is really about that life?
How many
The eye
fights has Boots
test.
had? How many fights has Boots had?
Too many.
How many?
Probably like 36 now, right?
35,
30?
36?
He's lost a total of 5 rounds his whole career. Name another fighter that's done that.
Who's
Oh,
he
Who is he
fighting? Hold
fighting?
on.
Who is he
I don't
fighting?
care who he's fought. Name another
You-
fighter that's done
We
that.
do.
Oh,
We
now
do.
you don't.
If we don't care who we fought, I mean, then what's the what do we
It don't matter. Name your. There's no other fighter that's about to have.
I can respond. I mean, I don't mind responding to your question.
I mean, that's
Name another fighter that's done that.
If you
I'm
fight
gonna be
all
honest with
tomato
you.
cans, you're not gonna lose rounds. So it does matter who you fight.
Name another
Hold on,
fighter. That's
boss.
done
Are you vouching for that, boss? Where it don't matter who you
No,
fought?
when boss is this quiet, that means he don't
No,
agree,
no,
but that's
no,
his
no.
friend, so he ain't gonna say nothing.
We can disagree.
No,
This is
boss.
what I'm
Answer
telling
that.
y'all.
You
This
agree
is
with
what I'm
that?
telling y'all. This is what I'm telling y'all. You not finna. I don't care who you are. You're not finna have 30+ fights and you've only lost 5 rounds.
Can I
There's
respond, two
not
cents?
something
Yes,
special
you
about
can
you.
though.
Two
Hold
No,
on.
y'all
cents.
can deny that all y'all want to.
Can I let me know when y'all can go and then I'll respond to 2 cents
It's
after
all
this
you.
one.
It's all you, gang.
Your question reminds me of Berlanga. When Berlanga came out, he was knocking everybody out, first round knockouts. They
First
promoted
round.
it. They marketed it so well. Had people really believing dude was really like that. The moment he stepped up in competition, the first round knockouts ended. Why is that, 2 cents?
I never thought Belunga was like that.
Don't
But
no
Then
no
he
listen,
started
he is
listen.
biting
now though.
people.
No. I don't care about what you thought of him. I'm saying based on the facts, he was knocking cats out first round. When his
Tomato cans.
competition stepped up, the first round knockouts ended. Can you
So
explain to me why?
wait. I see where you're going with the Belonga talk, but you right now to caveat off of that, what you're saying is the moment Boot steps up in competition, you think he's going to decline immediately?
Didn't he
Oh,
beat you?
let
Didn't
me
that
answer
happen
that.
with
Stanny on
I
him?
Karen?
can answer
That
that for
happened
you.
with
Wait,
Karen?
He's not going to be as dominant. No, he's
Was
not.
I can
Stanny
answer
on us
that
a
for you.
champion? Was Stanny on us a champion?
How many fights Stanionis had?
Stanionis was handed the belt.
Was he? Come on,
Did
y'all.
Look,
Stanionis win
Okay,
his
y'all
belt?
gonna jump through hoops for everything.
Nope.
look.
No, no.
Boost,
I'm stating the
Email.
facts.
You
Boost
got it
last
via
two fights.
Google.
Boost last two fights.
Gmail.
Both of them got under 32 fights combined.
I can ask about the Stanionis. I mean, but let's keep it real. Stanionis didn't fight for the belt. Okay, the belt was given to him. That's number one. Number two, Stanionis was on a major layoff. Number three, Stanionis just had a baby. Honestly, and Stanionis was definitely tailor made to a degree for Boots. So I look at
Are
all
we
those
gonna do this for
factors.
everybody that won
Dude,
belts now? Because we
I
can run
mean,
through
come on.
other fighters'
has,
resumes and jump through hoops for the people they beat for the belt.
has Boots ever beat a champion?
Nope.
He beat
Ha-
Stanionis.
Has Boots ever taken the belt from a champion?
He took Stanionis' belt.
Was Stanionis a champion? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
He
No, he
was not a
wasn't.
He was a
champion.
title holder.
He was
It
not
was
a
a
There's a
title
champion.
difference.
holder.
Boss Hogg, you see
Look,
this,
think
Boss
about this.
Hogg? Boss
Boots
Hogg, you
got
see
Hey,
this?
35 fights,
You
never
see this,
took the
Boss
belt.
hey,
Hogg? You
He ain't
see
never
this,
take
Boss
the
Hogg?
belt.
You see this, Boss
hey,
Hogg?
we can't move goalposts, bro. Standing on it was a champion. Okay,
He
that
was
was a
not a
top.
champion.
He
Now,
wasn't a champ, boss. He was
now,
not.
now,
You're not a
now.
champion until you defend that title successfully. Or you take it from another champion. He was
So
a
Bud
title
Crawford
holder.
not undisputed?
Right.
Because he ain't
That's
never
what
He
I was
defended
trying
them.
to.
took it. He took it.
He
There's a
never
big
defended
difference. He
them.
didn't get it via
Hey,
email.
hold on.
He
Sorry.
took it from the
Wait,
champ.
wait. So now we can take belts and not defend them, and we like just
He
because we don't
did you
defend
hear
them,
the
we
second
not
part of what I
champions.
said? I said you either defend it
So
successfully
was
or you
Mazamaf a belt
take it
holder
from
or a
another
champion?
Hey,
champion.
Was
Mag,
Mazamaf a belt holder or a
Mag,
champion?
yeah.
And what happened to him?
Was he a belt holder or a
And what
champion?
He
happened
was
to
a
him?
title holder. He was a title holder.
So we
And he
don't
got
count
his
it.
title took.
Okay, so we're gonna take a
I
division
don't
win
count
away
it.
Hold
from
on.
Terrence
I
This
Crawford.
do not count it.
We're
what
gonna
did
take away
Stanionis get his
the
belt when they promoted Terrence Crawford?
we're
They
going
gave
to
him the
take
vacated
away,
title.
we're gonna take away that win. According to y'all's logic, we're gonna take that win away. What else you got?
Is that how he got the title though? Is it because of Terrence Crawford vacated? How did he get the belt?
Who?
When did
Gmail.
Stanionis win the belt? When did he even get a belt?
Stanionis got the
Gmail.
belt when Terrence Crawford vacated.
So what? Hold on. That's my 2 cents. How did Stanionis win his belt since he was a champion? How?
Did
What fight?
Stanionis
What fight?
was he a champion?
No.
Yes
How did
or
he
Two
get?
cents.
no?
No.
Answer the question. Two
Hold
cents,
on. Are we
please.
really doing this? How did he get? How did he become champion? We should be able to point to this fight and be like, he beat this guy to be champion. Who did Stanionis beat?
You know how they got their belts at 47. Crawford dropped them and people got elevated.
Thank
He
you.
Again.
clicked
So
open
yes,
on Gmail.
Boots has never beat the belt. Got the belt from a champ.
But just because I got elevated out, if the belts would have been here, I would have had it. That's why I got it when
He
it was
didn't
time
fight for it. He didn't
coming
Who
fight
in.
was he
for it.
What do
who
you
was he
mean?
gonna beat to get it?
Y'all sounds ridiculous.
So we giving guys credit for not fighting now.
Nah, because we
For
can
just being
go down y'all favorite fighters' resume too and who they got belts from.
Come
Y'all
on.
not
they
gonna do
fought,
that
but
for
our
every
favorite
fighter.
fighters fought names though.
Come on, bro.
What name? No,
Who
I'm
you
gonna
talking?
let y'all
Hold
go.
on. Who you talking about?
Right.
What do you mean?
You know who she talking about. 2 cents. Can I ask you a question?
What's up? What's
Can
up?
you do the sound effect while you talking about Boots?
No, I don't. I'm not on my stream yard. So
Oh, you know what sound effect though.
I
I'm just messing with you.
but who y'all talking about?
And what
As far as
for
the
what? For
resume.
which question?
Y'all
For the,
y'all
mean,
see our
y'all,
okay,
favorite fighters.
okay.
talking
Who
about?
you talking about?
I mean, so was Devin Haney not a real champion at 35?
Did he take the belt?
He took
Nope.
the belt.
He
He
got
Did he
took the
emailed
take
belt
the
from
it?
first one he had.
Cambosos.
He got emailed with the first one he had.
Yeah,
Yep.
No,
but
no, no,
he
no, no,
he
no.
beat Cambosos though.
He
And
got
then
emailed.
rematched
So,
them.
so he really
Yeah,
not undisputed then.
no,
He rematched them, beat him again,
we're
and then
not
he
giving him
defended
credit
it
for the
against
email.
Loma.
But he not really undisputed because he got emailed the belt he had.
No,
But
no,
he
no. We not gonna do that. He beat
That's
the
what y'all
champion that had three.
he
what
He
beat
beat
y'all
the.
did.
he
No
beat the
problem.
champ.
No problem. No problem. He beat the person that had 3 titles, defended it against them, rematched them, and then he defended it against Loma.
Well, y'all Barnum
What are
and
we
Bailey over here
disputing
when
here?
y'all jumping through these
Hold
hoops.
on, it's 2 cents.
I think
What's the issue there?
I think what we realize is that Boots, honestly, when you really peel back the layers, he don't measure up to any of these fighters that are actually doing it.
Can we
That's the bottom
answer the
line.
original question that was asked though? You're
Who's
saying right now, at the minute Boots takes a step up in competition, he's automatically washed. He's done.
No, I
nah?
can
Who's
answer that.
Nobody
saying
I'll
that?
said
give you
Who's
my
that.
honest
saying
No
that?
one
opinion.
said
That
that.
was the
No
original
one said
question.
that, sir.
Nobody
No
said
one
No,
said
that.
that.
wait. Remember, he brought up the Belonga effect, right? So,
Yes.
so that was implied on Boots' name.
No, I can
Because
So
two
actually.
cents,
He was
because
talking
two
about.
cents said he only lost 5 rounds. That's why he said
We're
that.
Thank
going
you.
off
Thank
of.
you
When
for
you step up,
clarifying.
you're not just going to clear out everyone. That's why he
okay,
brought it up.
but pause right there. Isn't that what we want? We want him to step up so this doesn't happen. This conversation doesn't happen. So when you take a
That's
step up in competition,
We don't
you're
know if
supposed to get
everyone wants him to step up in
hold on. Let him finish.
competition.
Let
That's
him
the
finish. Let him
problem.
finish. Let him finish.
My apologies. My apologies.
if he takes a step up in competition, we shouldn't be expecting him to clear 40, damn near 40 fights and only lose 5 rounds. That's supposed to happen when he steps up in competition. Now, when you imply the Berlanga effect, you making it sound like the minute Boots step up, he's not gonna get no more knockouts, and these wins he get, he gonna struggle. The wins he get, or if he loses, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say he won't lose? But at the same time, y'all making it sound like the minute Boots steps up, he's not going to be a worthy opponent and he's going to look like a lesser man in the ring. So
I,
I'm trying to get where y'all going with this whole Boots talk, because
I,
like him fighting Lima, I don't like it personally. I'm gonna take it back to the beginning. I don't like it personally, but due to availability, you take what's available and you put yourself in position, which is why I said now at 154 he's at a better landscape. He's at a better position for himself than he was at 47. With 47, him trying to scratch and claw and get these guys to scrap with him, it was like a no-go. So now that he moved up to 154, it's still no availability. At least this time, he is in position to miss the fact of being avoided, and there is no excuse when these names come up. Now that
I,
he's in position, I don't like the Lima fight at all. He don't need to be fighting the Lima. I agree with y'all wholeheartedly, 100%. But at the same time, 2 cents speaks logical boxing, and I understand where she's coming from. Why not go get that if you can get that to put yourself in position to start fighting these fights?
do you remember that call Boots had when he was? I think it was on $1 million worth of game, and they had Crawford on the phone.
No, I don't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna.
You
Well, they
want to see
put Boot.
another dead body?
Well, those Philly guys, right? And they had Crawford on the show, and basically they're like, we got Boost for you. We're gonna put Boost on the phone. Boost wants you. Boost gonna get on that call and said, I've been calling you out since 2018, right? Boost been calling Bud out since 2018. Are we being for real here?
You know I want all the big names.
You want all the big names, right? But that's what but this you don't get the 35 fights and not fighting nobody. I don't believe that everybody's ducking
How
Boost.
many
So
fights Terrence Crawford had before he got his big fight?
Let's not.
he had a bunch
Get it
of
to
big fights though.
that
He
was
had fights
starting
at
it up.
135, 140.
How old was he?
Younger than Boost.
How old was he when he got his biggest fight?
What
Okay.
what would
We're
you
talking about
describe as his biggest
when he won
fight?
undisputed at 135. I mean, what are we talking about?
What
No,
would
Dude,
you say is his biggest fight?
it
His biggest
started with
fight's
y'all
Earl
tell
for
me.
sure.
Y'all tell me.
But his biggest fight
Well,
was Earl, but
Bud
that was his
says
third weight class though.
Are we gonna
Bud
talk
said it
about
was Ricky
This is
Burns.
Boo's second weight class. And he ain't fought nobody.
which makes it even worse because how you been to three weight classes in your first
That's what
fight
I'm
is
that's my point. You don't fight 35 fights and not have a name by accident. That's not by accident.
Bud's resume is damn near equal to what Boots is going through right now.
Now it's
Don't
equal
do
What
when
that.
are we
Bud fought
are
Don't
we
do
champions
that.
after
serious?
champions. That's
Don't do
crazy.
that.
If we
That's
look at the names,
crazy.
it's
That's
parallel.
nuts.
It's almost the same thing. If you gonna sit
How?
there and say
You
that
can't
How
be
is it almost the
serious.
say
same
the
thing
same
when he
thing
fought
about Bud.
champions?
That
Bud didn't have a legit
You
name
see
on
how
his
boss
resume
be
until
quiet
he
right
lost
now?
Spence.
It's because he know this nonsense. He don't co-sign none of this.
Nah,
No,
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 but
no,
but
no,
but no,
no,
but
no,
boss
no, no,
does
no, no.
say
Y'all, I'm like,
boss does
nah, y'all
say
gonna keep moving the goalpost.
Nah, I
boss
don't
does
need to
not
say
respect
that.
Bud resume though. I know that.
I don't need to say nothing, man. They
I'm
cooking. They cooking for me. I don't need to
y'all
say
keep
nothing.
They
Hey,
not
moving
so
the
since
cooking.
hey
goalpost.
But
You
hey
number
hey
saying
one,
you saying
Oven ain't plugged.
Boost resume right now is
No,
comparable
boss
to
hog, they
Bud's
trying to say
win.
you agree with them. They implying that you agree with them.
At what point in at what point in Bud's career are we comparing to Boost's career right now? When did Bud have this record that you talk this resume that Boost got right now? By what
What you
time?
mean? No, y'all missing the point. Y'all missing the fact. Listen to what I'm saying. Bud didn't get nowhere until he got Spence on his record.
What do you mean by Bud didn't get nowhere?
Who was he fighting? Yeah, okay, let's
He
take
was
yeah,
fighting the champions.
No, the fuck he wasn't.
Name
Yes,
a
he
when
was.
name a
Bud
true
when
Oh
Bud
fight.
my
fought
Name a
when
Bud
lord.
Bud
fighting all the
fought
champions. Are y'all
Gamboa
serious? Y'all
when
gotta
Bud
stop.
fought
Oh my
Gamboa,
God.
Gamboa at that time was the boogeyman of
Bud and
that the
Gamboa.
goddamn.
Now we saying Gamboa is worthy enough to be in the ring. Come
I'm
on, man.
not talking
Gamboa was
about.
top
He
10
I'm
for Bud.
talking
you
about
nah.
Gamboa at
When he was
at his
undefeated?
prime, at undefeated
Yeah,
Gamboa, who Mikey Garcia dug and several other fighters dug. We knew
yeah,
that Gamboa was top notch
we
at that
speaking
time.
on recency
No.
bias. This is recency bias.
Remember,
At the time, Gamboa was a great name.
no. Gamboa always been the guy that Pitbull Cruz had knockout his entire career. Let them tell it.
Yeah, like we talking about Gamboa from past 3-4 years. Really?
Come on, man. Y'all moving the goalposts again.
How
So so
Bud been fighting Bud
Ricky
last
Burns
like
was a
10 fights been
bum.
champs. Bud last 10 fights been champions.
Y'all looking at champions, and I'm looking at just pure.
Popularity. That's what you're
Okay,
looking
so
at.
then okay.
Popularity.
So
No,
to
I'm
your
not.
point,
I can
hold
give a
on,
fuck
Paul.
about
To your
popularity.
point, so then why does Boots need to put himself in position to fight for a championship then? If you care about popularity and
There was
names.
no one available. Well, how many times we got to say availability
No
is
one
not
is
was
Okay,
I
not
so
don't
ever
not
let's
believe
something
kill.
that.
available.
I do not
Let's
believe
kill
that.
let's kill that narrative. So let me ask you to those that believe no one was available. If you found out without a shadow of a doubt there were several fighters available, what would your perspective be then?
it would be it
That's
would I
not
would
the truth.
stand on my 10.
It is
I
the
stand on my
truth
10.
because if y'all think there was not one
No,
worthy 54 pounder
Yeah.
available, that is
Everyone is
crazy.
busy. Everyone was busy.
Y'all telling me Lima was the best available? Y'all never heard of this dude, man.
Lima is number one in his country.
Do you
Put
know
some
how many
respect on his
boxers it
name.
is? Have you
Y'all
heard of
never
all
heard
of
of
them?
no Lima?
Do you know all the
Lima
boxers?
beans.
Never heard.
Do you know all the boxers?
2 cents. I
I'm
watch your channel.
asking.
I've never heard you call
Boing,
Lima. I've never heard you say Lima's name not once. Ever.
Listen, do you know all
boing,
the boxers? Yes or no?
boing.
What do you mean? Do I
Why
know?
didn't
Do
I
once
you
know all
know
the
again,
all the
names.
why didn't he send
Hold
why
on.
didn't he
Why
It's
send
just yes
go
or no,
ahead.
y'all. It's just
you
yes or
saying
no.
we?
Do
2 cents.
you y'all know all the boxers?
Yeah, but according to coach, he wants to fight popular
Do
names though.
y'all know all the boxers?
I know all the boxers that make noise.
no.
Yes, I do.
So just
Now I'm
because
talking about
you don't know them,
What
does that mean they're not good?
if I don't know them? They
The
ain't making
same thing could be
noise.
that's what.
applied to all the
Thank you,
If
champions
I
two.
that
don't know
Bud
them,
beat.
they
Thank
ain't
you,
making no
2 cents.
noise.
Thank you, 2 cents. That's all I was asking. Just
But
because y'all don't know him,
Just
does
because
that mean
you
they're
don't know
not good?
Madrimov doesn't
coach,
mean he's
coach, but
not good. See
you
how
just
that
said
works?
you care about names and popularity.
No, I did not. I never said that. You said that. I'm saying that how y'all put Bud Crawford on the pedestal.
What
Y'all go back to his illustrious career, and he fought all these great fight champions, and he beat all these great names. And
bro?
Bud is supposed to be greater than all of them, correct?
Who
No,
said
first
that?
first of all, just as premise, I'm an Earl Spence fan. I lost over $1,000 betting on Earl on that fight. I'm an
Well,
Earl
I know
Spence
we
Lord,
all
fan.
did, bro.
I lost. I
dang.
learned to respect Bud. I'm not this Bud Crawford super fan. Hell not. But Bud has proved it so far.
Uh,
Go
Bud
Bud
ahead,
proved
proved it.
it.
If
boss.
we if we
You got
if we
something in
can't
your
agree that
chest?
Bud has
Y'all,
proved
You
it,
got
I
y'all,
don't
something in your
know.
chest?
Hey,
Listen,
so y'all saying
Jesus Ramos was available. Why didn't he send Jesus Ramos the contract?
What was Brian Mendoza available? Can you let me know? Was he available? I haven't
He
seen
was
him fight.
available.
No,
Where's
he
He was
Brian
wanted too
available.
much
Mendoza?
money.
According to who though? You're making that up though. Who said that?
Everyone wants too much money when it comes to boots.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, exactly.
He's
And
trolling.
Turkey putting on the fights.
So I got a question for y'all. Is it more on Boots or is it Eddie Hearn?
It's
It's on both of them. They're two sides of the same coin.
No, we're gonna
it's
blame
on. Let me
Boots
tell you
because he
who. It's
signed
on
to
Boost.
Eddie Hearns. No one put a
Boss.
gun to his head to sign to him.
It's on. It's on Boost. If Boost tell Eddie, let's go to Turkey. Let's go do what he want to do. It's done. It's a done deal. Eddie's been working with Turkey. Why is it a problem now? Because he
Because
wants
Turkey don't want to
tune-ups.
pay for tune-ups.
Exactly.
Because after Eddie Hearn saw Boots fight Cameron, Eddie Hearn realized I'm gonna have to reel this back and get my investment all out this guy.
What was so bad about the Boots and Karen fight?
Well, the reality is that I think it
That
gave
exposed
Eddie Hearn a
holes in his
reality
game.
check. It exposed that Boots really needs a little bit more work,
It
and he
made
might
Boost
not
look
ever
beatable.
get there.
It made
How?
Boost look beatable. That's all it was. It showed that
You know what it
Boost has
was?
holes in his game.
Karen
He
was supposed to
fought
be an
5
alley-oop,
rounds and he looked beatable.
and Boots smoked it.
Yeah.
That's
If you
why.
watch that Karen fight, you see ways that Keith Thurman can win that fight. Keith Thurman
And
got
what
great feet. Keith Thurman
and
got
what
amazing feet.
and this is what made it sad. When you fight somebody for the first time, okay, you can show them a little grace, but Boots had the opportunity to fight him twice. So the reality is that you come back in the second fight and it's just as, it's just as competitive as the
So
first
y'all
one.
never.
So it's like,
But Boots
So
won every round. He only lost
Karen
5
not a
rounds
good
in his
fighter?
entire career.
Is Karen not a good fighter? Did y'all see Karen last fight?
yeah, he won.
Is he not a good fighter?
Oh God.
Who's
Listen,
saying
I'm asking
go
a
ahead.
question. Is he not a good fighter?
Boing.
I gotta see him like a coach. I gotta see Karen. Let's see Karen fight a popular name or a name that we know.
And that's
Let's
I
the
see
keep
that.
reason
saying I
why. And
said
that's
that's
the
not
reason
what I
why.
said, bro. I'm
And that's
talking
the
about
reason.
competition. I said nothing about popularity or name.
So then
Competition.
when I said Bud beat champions, you discounted that.
Ricky Burns was better than Bud.
Are you?
What?
Then
What are
who?
you talking about?
What y'all talking about? Y'all talking about? I mean,
He
bro.
beat champions. All we said is Bud's last 10 fights been champion. He been beaten. Then you said who were the champs. You keep saying who were the champs, implying
Okay,
that
name
just
the
because they're
champ so
champion,
I
that
can
don't mean.
ask you the question I'm trying to ask y'all. Name the champs he beat. Let's hear them.
Okay. I think you want to go for
Coach,
it.
it's not hard. You could go
No,
to
no,
Box
no,
Rec.
no. Name the champ so I can ask you.
Name them names. Just
Okay,
go
I
to
got
Box
you. I
Recs.
got you.
It's there.
I got you. He beat. Let's start off with Canelo Alvarez.
No. We're talking about before Canelo.
Those
Before
No,
don't
we gonna
count.
go from top down. Why we got to go bottom
Okay,
up?
go ahead. Okay, I get where you're going. Go ahead.
All right. He beat Canelo Alvarez. He beat Earl Spence. He beat
That
Ricky
wasn't the real
Burns.
Earl Spence.
He
It
beat
wasn't
who?
the real Earl, right? I'll say
No,
this
no,
though. I'm
no.
a big
Keep going. I'm not pausing on that. That's old. Come on, keep going.
Thomas Delorme.
No, you said
Ju-
Burns, right?
yeah, I'm going Thomas
All
Delorme,
right, pause
Julius
at Burns.
Indongo.
Pause at Burns. Hold the rest of the resume. Hold it. You said Burns, right?
Correct.
So did you not expect Bud to beat Burns? Did you thought Bud was gonna struggle against Burns?
No, but I think Bud wanted to be the
Okay,
undisputed
next question.
champion.
Okay,
Hold on. Hold on. We're moving the goalposts now. So are we
no.
going off of the skill
No,
level
you
champions?
gotta punish
That's
people for
all I'm
being
talking.
great.
Hold on. No, we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna address the rebuttal. So are we now discounting Bud because of who was fighting during his era? Can Bud can't force these babies to be great now. These are the champions in the division. He can't make you be great. Bud can't train for you. This is who had the belt. We can't discount Bud because the niggas in his era weren't great. What? But that's not Bud problem.
No, they're saying they weren't greater than him.
No, but no, they're saying these guys ain't shit though.
Is Bud supposed to beat a Ricky Burns? Is he supposed to?
By the odds, Bud was supposed to beat Earl by the odds. Bud was supposed to beat everybody he ever fought by the odds, except for Canelo. And
I
that's
Why?
only because he
Because
moved
he's
up two
I,
great.
weight
I
classes.
asked
So
about
I
one.
don't get the really question though. He's been the favorite in every fight.
Because he's great. But they
Yeah,
don't want to
like
accept it.
like Bud's been there was nobody that was supposed to beat Bud except for Canelo because he moved up three weight classes. That's it. There's not one fighter out there that was going to be the favorite over Bud, no matter what.
Jay, well, how's Bud great?
You said, how is he great?
How's he great?
I want to answer your question, but I want you to explain what greatness is to you, and then I'll give you an answer. What defines greatness to you?
Greatness to me is a fighter fighting a fighter in their prime. When they at their peak, when they looking like indestructible force in boxing. So my question to you again is, how's Bud great?
By the eye test.
By the eye test.
By the eye test.
Okay.
I mean,
So
that's the best about that. That's it. Just the eye test.
Just the eye test.
But tell me
Because
just
they
the
this.
eye
tell
test.
they tell me that Boots will wash Bud based on nothing but the eye test. So I'm going strictly off eye
So
test, nothing
I
else.
I went to the
You
Earl Spence what's the name fight? What's that Ugas fight? And I was impressed. And that made me double down on Earl. And Earl got his ass whooped. When
Ugas
when
couldn't
did when
see
did Earl
straight.
stop being a great
He
fighter?
done snatched his eye, broke his ribs.
When did
Bud
Earl stop being a
next.
great when did Earl stop being a great fighter though?
Because that
After
wasn't the Earl. That wasn't the same Earl. And I shouldn't say Errol. I should say Earl, how they say it.
What's wild is
Earl was
that
my
the
favorite fighter though. That's what I'm
was
saying. I thought he looked amazing against
was
Ugas.
was what's wild is that he's talking about fighting fighters at their peak and prime, but you look at Mayweather, all of Mayweather fights, he didn't fight every single fighter at their quote unquote prime or where they were indestructible. The bottom line, you fight who you fight. Fighters are in the fight game. It doesn't matter at what point in time you fight them. If they're still in the game, if they're still putting out output. Listen, I thought Earl was at the top of his game personally. I didn't think of him as any less. He was winning fights, destroying people. The bottom line is that sometimes you're going to go against someone who's just a little bit better than you. I
He
still
made
think
too
Earl
much
will.
sense.
That
Yeah,
Canelo
I still think Earl will beat a lot of fighters today, right
he
now,
will.
personally
That
speaking.
Canelo fight showed me it wasn't nothing Earl could have did to beat Bud that night. Nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. That's all that showed me, bro.
I'm an Earl fan. I came to that realization that when I watched Bud beat Canelo, I learned that night. All that whatever y'all was
I
saying about Earl was cap. That was just fandom.
Boss, can
Yeah,
I ask
that
you a question?
Go ahead.
You plan on watching that Bud versus Canelo?
No. This my and who said that Huncho.
Yes,
You said
sir.
that you watched that Canelo fight.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you believe that that was a prime Canelo?
oh my God. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
let me answer that.
Boss,
Hold
you
on,
tell
hold on,
me. You
Oh,
tell
hold on,
me, boss. Was
hold
that
on.
a prime Canelo? You ain't watched the fight.
No, that wasn't prime Canelo.
Hold
Prime
on.
Canelo when I lost to Terence Crawford.
So
Prime
Bud Crawford
Canelo,
in
you
his
could
prime?
Prime Canelo was
Yeah,
arguably
Bud is
on
prime.
performing
Bud,
That
enhancement
man 38.
drugs.
He in his prime?
Bud is in his prime right now.
At 38.
Say he's
Bud
not.
He's
At
Say
hold
how is
on.
38.
Bud not in his prime? Say it. Just
At
say how is
38.
Bud not in his
Bud
prime
is in
right
his
now?
prime.
And
He's
he's
not in
doing what
his
y'all
Bud's
do.
prime.
in, it's
How is he
Bud's in the
able to do
tip,
what he's doing if he's not in his prime right
but
now?
Bud's in
How?
the tip,
He's in the
Bud's in the
twilight
tail
of
end
his
of his
career.
prime. No.
He,
Bud's
No,
still
no,
in his
no. The
prime.
prime is over. The
thank you.
prime is
He's in
over.
his
No, it's
prime right
not.
now,
No, it's
bro.
not.
The
Bud's
prime
still
is
in his
over.
prime. No, it's not.
Nah.
What do you mean his prime is over? Bud
His
is
prime is
This is
over.
the
he's coming
tail
off
end
the
of Bud
climax of
prime.
his prime right now. Bud is coming off the
You
climax
gotta
of his
say,
prime right
So
now.
but
let me ask you a question. When you in your prime, you just fall off a cliff or is there a decline?
No, did you not just hear what I said? He's coming
I
off the
didn't. I'm
climax
sorry.
of his prime right now.
he's
He
at the
is still
tail end
in
of
his
his prime.
prime, bro.
Tail end.
Nah, the
That's
prime is
that.
over.
It's
Oh
not
my God.
over.
It is. So you
Why is it
telling me,
over? Hold on. Why is it
I'm
over?
asking you a question. Does he look the same like he did at 140
Yeah,
He's at
in
a
terms
He
of
three.
looks good.
He's
movement? In
heavier. He's
terms of
heavier.
movement.
yeah.
He's
He look
heavier,
exact
bro.
same.
He hasn't changed. Bud looked like Bud in his
Yeah,
last
bro.
fight.
Coach,
Nah, I can't vouch for
coach,
that.
coach, you saying Bud look the same right now like he did at 140.
Yeah,
No
He has
improvement in
30 more
Bud
skill,
looked
pounds
like
on him,
nothing.
Bud
though.
in Bud looked like Bud against Canelo. What was wrong with him?
I didn't say anything is wrong with him, but I
He's
understand that he's not in his prime.
he's in the tail
He
end of his
man,
prime.
he's climax
Jay Will, what makes you think
of
that
his
Terence
prime.
Crawford is
He's
not in
headed
his
towards
prime?
like
I'm
What
sorry, what you say?
what makes you think he's not in his prime? What is he? What do you see that makes you be like Terence Crawford is not in his prime?
I'm going to tell you what you said because you
Okay.
know I watch all your videos.
Yeah,
You
we
said
know.
his movement ain't the same, right?
Hmm.
Yes or no? Did you say that?
I said that.
He's not throwing in his punches in combinations like he used to.
Who you talking about? You talking about Canelo or Terence Crawford?
I'm talking about Bud.
I said
I
that about
told you, I
Canelo.
cook you with your own facts.
Nah, you. Oh, nah. Go ahead, cause now I'm up. Go ahead, finish.
Oh, you asleep.
Go ahead.
You was the main one leading up to the Bud versus Errol. Oh, y'all think that's the same Bud
We
for
not
140?
we not
He
talking
don't
about
move the same. He
we
on
not
this, he on that. Go ahead.
we not talking about Bud versus Errol. We done with that. Y'all like to run with Bud and
No.
Errol. We talking
I,
about Bud now. Terence Crawford right now. I can ask you a question. You said he's not in his prime. I said, what are you seeing right now that shows you he's not in his prime? We not
Because
talking about
he's not doing the things he used to do when he
like
was
what?
younger.
Like what?
I can answer that. It's
Go
so
ahead, my
funny how
brother.
people easily forget. When he fought Madrimov, the whole world said Bud was declining. Is that true, boss?
Thank you, my brother.
Y'all still there? What's going on?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
are
we
we
still.
quiet? I need to hear some responses.
Crickets.
I
Put
When
them
he
had to
fought
crickets.
Very quiet.
I
Madrimov,
had to get my internet back right.
I said he
okay.
lost. And I said it was due to the weight. That was my reason why I said the weight for me.
Who
That was
lost?
my reason. That I feel like Crawford lost to Madrimov. I feel like he
What?
showed declining and slippage because of the weight. It wasn't because of skill set. It was weight. He felt that power at 54 and it made him put his hands in his pockets. Me and Jay Will had many debates in the comment section about that. That's
So he
that's that's why that's what I saw in that fight. I didn't see because he old or he's not in his prime. I saw because of the weight. It made him keep his hands in his pockets a little more than he did at 47 where he let his hands go, when he was
Why
stopping
was he
people.
letting his hands go?
But I don't. When did Bud have this crazy output though? I don't think Bud. What do you mean by put it? So you're saying in that fight against Madrimov, he threw significantly less punches than he's thrown in his career? Is that what we're saying?
No, he wasn't throwing the way he normally throw. He wasn't throwing like I'm finna go in here and knock this dude head off regardless of what he throwing. He wasn't
Well, I
throwing
mean,
like that.
Why?
the reason for that though is because of the style that Madrimov fought Crawford. I mean, it was a thinking match more than anything. Madrimov came in with a very clear and decisive game plan, and that was something that we had to see Crawford adjust to
Yo,
in the fight itself. So obviously, what they game planned for, really, they weren't prepared for because Madrimov fought an entirely different type of fight, which that comes with the game. So.
Right. I
I
agree.
saw more of calculation, strategy, patience, not wanting to kind of, overcommit, new weight class. And it's, and Madrimov was a pogo stick. So if anybody's going to sit here and act like fighting a pogo stick is just easy, I mean, they're lying. I mean, the dude literally consistently for 12 rounds, damn near fainted. I've never really seen it like that. So,
And we
I
could be
mean,
hold
honest.
on.
Bud was trying to protect that Canelo fight. He was like, I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks.
I know we missed a round, but Sean Porter against Sean Porter, he threw 328 punches, but against Madrimov, he threw 433. When did he put his hands in his pocket?
thank you.
When?
It's just narratives.
I
That's
think
all.
we just
I
not
mean,
we
No.
weren't we got used to seeing Crawford knock dudes out, and because he didn't knock a dude out, now he potentially lost the fight. Just
What when I sit there and I say hands in his pockets, right? Punching with conviction. At 47, when he's punching with more conviction and he's stopping dudes. At
And he wasn't
54,
moving around.
at 54, okay, at 54, he has to move more. Yes, he threw more in the Majima fight, but he wasn't punching with conviction. It was more boxing. Whereas
well,
at 47, he wasn't doing that. That's what I
well,
so
mean by hands in pockets.
so is that
well,
So
why he
well,
lost? Because he boxed more?
I feel like he lost to Majima.
well.
I don't
I
feel
mean,
like
you
I don't
talk
feel
you
like I don't
you
feel
talk
like
about punching with conviction. I would have to say there must have been conviction because Majimov was very hesitant, being the bigger quote unquote man, being the one at that division, you didn't see Madrimov going for the gusto at all because Madrimov understood that Crawford had some power. And there were about one or two instances in the fight where you saw Madrimov immediately clinch, immediately get hurt more towards the later rounds, which lets you know that Crawford was coming with that power. It was punching with conviction, very calculated, very strategic. And Madrimov, out of his own mouth, said that. He said that Crawford hits hard. So
and we saw the hickeys all over his head.
And we saw the face looking like complete trash. Like, what's funny to me is that when the own fighters, even Canelo said out of his own mouth, like, why is it hard for people to give the credit when the fighters that they're fighting is saying and admitting this dude is off the chain, this dude is great. I'm sorry, I did everything I could. It just didn't work.
Can I give you my theory?
Please.
Because for about 5 years, all we heard is Bud ain't fought nobody. He's trash. He's garbage. And people actually started to believe it.
Facts. I believed it before he fought Bud Earl. I thought I was yelling he didn't fight nobody, bro.
Have you heard, Jay? Have you heard me say Terrence Crawford is trash? That he sucks.
I didn't say you, my brother.
I'm just
Nah, he
saying
never
that.
said it.
But
Yo, what's good, bro?
we know there's a bunch of YouTube channels where they were saying it.
So all only narrative I pushed as pertains to that Arrow situation was he ain't fought anybody. That's the only narrative I pushed when it pertains to Arrow. As pertains to Canelo, I said I see ways he can win that fight if he boxes. I said, but due to the weight, even a washed up Canelo, which I said prior to Bud and Canelo was a thing, I said that man washed. I said that dude, he throwing singles. I've been saying that.
Canelo been throwing single. Go ahead.
I just got a question. So outside of David Benavidez, who did you have beating Canelo at 168? Because in order to be, we're talking about the undisputed champ. I mean, you might say he's not what he was against GGG and all that, but you could argue he was on performance enhancing drugs too. So who could beat Canelo at 168?
That truthfully,
Only Benavidez.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So are we saying the guy that nobody can beat at the weight class is now washed? What other
Big
division can we say
trash.
that about?
truthfully, I feel like Jamal Charlo can beat Canelo.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Jamal Charlo.
That's Houston talking right there,
You
boy.
reaching.
I'm just saying. I feel like Jamal Charlo can beat Caleb
You
Plant
know-
already. Caleb Plant already lost. Demetrius Andre before he fought David Benavidez could beat Canelo.
What?
Demetrius
How many fights
Andre could beat Canelo.
How many fights did he have at 168 before David?
Demetrius Andre?
Yeah, before David, how many fights did he have at 168?
Maybe like one or two.
I don't think he had any. So you're telling me he was going to move up from 160 to 168 and beat Canelo Alvarez?
Easy work.
Come on, man.
Easy work.
But either way, I mean, that's okay. So these are outside of David, he hasn't beat anybody at 168.
Yeah, thank you. Please.
So that's
just
like
stop.
kind of like so out of the 168 fighters, who can beat him? You're saying, and Jamal Charlo never fought at 168, or right? Or was his first?
Boss say he feels.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, these are guys that never fought at the weight class.
I got a question for Boss, if I can ask.
Right.
At what point in Canelo's career he became officially washed to you?
Right before Bud.
No.
This guy's crazy.
I would say the Jamil Charlo fight.
He said the Jamel Charlo.
What did you see in that fight that made you say now he's washed?
Young Canelo would have stopped Jamil Charlo.
Jamel
wasn't running. He wasn't running for survival.
It don't matter, bro.
It does.
What?
It does. It does matter.
It don't matter, bro.
Teddy Atlas used to say fighters sign contracts in that ring. If I decide you're not gonna knock me out and I run, you're not gonna knock me out. Shakur did that against Ghost. I forgot his name.
So,
De Los Santos.
But
De Los
so
Santos.
are
Jay
y'all
Will.
okay with what Haney did against Ramirez?
He
That's a
I'm
good
signed that
I'm
win.
not okay
contract.
with
He
it.
said, "You
Was
not
that
gonna
a
hit
good
me, and
win?
I'm
Was that
gonna
a good win?
survive." No,
I don't think that was a good win, but I mean, I just not that's just not my. I don't favor that
I'm
style of
asking boss.
fighting.
Boss, is that a good win?
Which one? The David Haney?
Ramirez.
No, it's not a good one.
Why?
But Ramirez is washed.
Ramirez is washed. I give you that.
Ramirez is washed, so we can't use that fight. Ramirez is a shot fighter. David Haney and I mean that's a whole nother topic. Should have went straight into the Ryan Garcia fight, but that's a whole nother discussion.
Mm-hmm.
When it pertains to Terence Crawford and Canelo, right? You asked me when Canelo was washed. I said Canelo was washed. I feel like he was washed the Jamel Charlo fight. Okay. Then after that, you're going tooth and nail with Edgar Berlanga. And really, you watch round
tooth
12.
and nail.
When really round 12, when they started really fighting, Canelo got rocked by Berlanga. Berlanga just was in fear of the aura of Canelo. So he didn't let his hands go until the 12th round. Okay. Jaime Munguia.
Mhm.
Jaime Munguia. You talking about two guys he fought that don't deserve to be fighting on that level. There's other guys at the I say Caleb Plant, even Jamal Charlo, who beats Edgar Berlanga and Jaime Munguia. You talking about a Jaime Munguia who got knocked out by a dude who had 4
Cornflakes.
Oh, but these are the guys that were available outside of David.
No, Canelo is cherry picking. He was being selective, and it caught up to him with this Bud fight. That's what it boils down to.
So
It caught up to him.
did you have in your pre-fight takes? Were you giving Jamel Charlo a chance to win, or were you saying that Canelo's gonna wash him?
So at first, when the fight was announced, I said I'm gonna go with Jamel Charlo. But then after I watched some film, I said Canelo gonna beat him. And I came back and said, hey, I know I said that I was gonna pick Jamel Charlo, but now I'm picking Canelo because I see some things that he could take advantage of Jamel Charlo. And he did just that. He neutralized him and made him basically don't want to engage at all. All I'm saying is young Canelo who threw combination punches. This Canelo throws singles. He just want to hit you in your biceps, hit you in your hips. That's all he want to do.
But
He
that's
did that
Canelo.
again. He did that against
But
Caleb Plant and the other
yeah,
white dude. The
that's
other
what I was
white
gonna
dude he
say.
broke eye socket. Who's that white dude he
Joe
broke eye socket?
Saunders.
Yeah,
Canelo been fighting like that for a while, brother.
yeah,
Like
bro.
I don't know what you're trying to say. The
He did that against Sergey
21-year-old.
Kovalev too.
Come
Kovalev too.
on,
He was losing
man.
every round.
No, that was a different Canelo.
That's what I'm just saying. I think we moving the goalposts right now
Of
with
course,
that.
the
Nah,
goalpost
man.
is moving. That's the hate.
Yeah, dog.
The hate of what?
To say
You
that
know of what?
Canelo was washed when Canelo came into that fight prepared. I mean, his physique was on point. The energy was there. The reality
Boots
is that
had him sharp.
Canelo did everything he could to win that fight, and then he realized Bud was just that dude, man. And you saw it all over his face.
All over his face.
What is hard to understand about that, bro?
Canelo has
He
seen
didn't
every
watch the fight.
style.
That's why.
Hold on.
Canelo has seen every style there is in boxing.
Hold on. Jay Will, you watch all my videos.
Only the Bud Crawford ones let you tell it. Go ahead.
You watch all my videos.
All of them.
You was watching those because Bud Crawford's involved. But you watch all my videos. Okay? Before Bud and Canelo was a thing, I was saying Canelo was washed.
You know what you were saying? If Bud get in there, toe tag, body bag.
I did say that.
Don't make me go find them videos. Don't make me go find them.
I did say that.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I did say that.
I told you I'm gonna cook you with everything you say.
So we got to give him credit for that. Then, if we thought he was going,
hold on, Jay Will.
But you switched it up.
No. I did say that. But like I said before Terence Crawford and Canelo was a thing, before there was even talks of Canelo and Terence Crawford, I was saying that. Now, when they were a thing, I said, Terrence Crawford going up 3 weight classes. I said, if he get in there and he try to go toe to toe with Canelo, he's going to sleep. That's what I
So
said. So
But
tell
he
the
went
whole
toe to toe.
story.
He went toe to toe.
I said, tell the whole story.
Man, Bud ran
Don't tell
around.
half
Y'all
the
stop
story.
playing.
Hold on.
now,
Bud ran around?
now Bud
Welcome back,
ran
2 cents.
around.
Oh my.
Welcome back.
What are we
Welcome back.
watching,
So
man?
tell the whole story. Don't tell half the story. Tell the whole story.
So
No, no,
boss,
I'm gonna
No,
tell
no,
the
no, no, no,
important
no,
part
no,
of the
no, no, no,
story.
no, 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 no. Tell the whole story.
No,
Okay?
the important
No, no,
part
no,
of the
no.
story.
No, we don't tell half truths over here. So I said way
Toe
before
tag, body bag.
I said way before Terrence Crawford and Canelo was a thing. I said Canelo was washed.
so
When it
boss,
became a thing, I sat there and I said, if Terrence Crawford go toe to toe with that boy, body bag, toe tag. That's what I said. What did he
and
do?
Boss,
boss.
boss, can
Apparently
I
he
But
ask
tell
you
me,
a
lost.
question?
Apparently he
was
lost, right?
Earl washed?
We know that was a different Earl
That's
in
what I'm
there.
saying. We never
Did,
said Earl. I'm just saying the
did you
GoPro.
ever did you y'all okay? Did you ever hear me say on my channel Earl Spence was washed?
No, but that's my point. We never said Earl's washed, but Canelo was Canelo. I mean, you could argue he was beating better competition, right?
In his career, yes, he's fought better competition in his career than Errol. Yeah.
So boss,
Is Munguia and Berlin, are they better than? Nah, they're probably not better than Ugas. I wouldn't give him credit. Nah, I wouldn't give him credit for Ugas. You got it. You got it.
Nah,
hey
they big
boss,
trash.
hey boss,
Yeah, I
when
can't even vouch for them guys, man.
boss, to your credit, boss, I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna be honest. How I process what you said is this: you had a lot of people that was putting insurance policies out there.
And
They were
sure,
saying Canelo, saying Canelo was washed on one breath, but then also saying, hey, if Bud go toe to toe, is gonna be body bag, toe tag, or whatever.
I
It's just
love
a
how
way
you
to
put
say
that.
it. Yeah, it's just a way to say this. You knew you knew that there was a high possibility that Bud can go do the unthinkable. He did the
And that's why he
unthinkable.
didn't watch it.
Now, exactly.
damn.
But now, guess what? You got the evidence to say, well, you know what? I always said Canelo was washed, but when deep down inside, you knew Canelo was at the top of his game. The only
Wait,
fighter that he was avoiding, if we're going to call it that, is the Benavidez fight.
But
We knew
why
that.
not watch the
wait,
fight
how
though?
y'all
That's
gonna
a
say that? How y'all gonna take his words and flip it into that though?
but why not even watch the fight though?
That's what
Did you
happens when you talk out of both sides of
Because
Yeah,
your neck.
because
when
I'm
no
saying
no
we
no no
acting.
no 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 no. Did you want to see? Did you ask for Terrence Crawford versus Canelo? I'm gonna ask everybody on
No
the
one
panel.
asked for it,
No
but
No,
one
no,
asked
no.
buds.
for it.
Jay Will, I asked you. G5, did you want to see Terrence Crawford versus Canelo or Canelo versus Dave Benavidez?
Did I would have preferred to see Canelo versus
All
Benavidez.
right, all right.
But how
Same
many
here.
fights do we
Hold
get
on.
where that? Okay, okay.
I am 444. Did you want to see Canelo versus Dave Benavidez or Terrence Crawford versus Canelo? Did you
Um,
personally wanted to see
I
that?
I never asked for the Crawford Canelo. I did want to see Benavidez and Canelo. Yes.
Okay, 2 cents. If you still on here, did you want to see Terrence Crawford versus Canelo or Canelo versus David Benavidez?
Canelo versus David Benavidez.
Okay, so Jay Will's the only person on the panel that wanted to see Terrence Crawford versus Canelo
I
Alvarez.
didn't say that, my
So tell
brother.
me that,
Now,
ball. Let me.
I
I got a question.
literally just
Ball.
said no one asked for it.
Did you
you
want to
did.
see? Did you want to see
No, I didn't.
Pacquiao versus Floyd at one point?
I did in a prime. I did.
So when they didn't fight each other, did you stop watching Floyd and Pacquiao fights?
No, because they
So,
continue to fight great fights after that.
So just to clarify my take though, even though I did not ask for the Crawford and Canelo, once I knew that Crawford wanted that fight, I 1000% was interested in that fight because it's just a sign of greatness and I wanted to witness that. So that's when I got on board.
but hold on. But Bud's last two fights were Earl and Madrimov, so we can agree that those were good fights. You even thought Bud was gonna lose this. You thought he lost against Madrimov, so he gave us two good fights. So him now going up to fight Canelo, now he didn't fight no good fights, so now you couldn't even you didn't want to watch it.
Still doesn't want to watch it.
I
That's what I'm
don't.
saying. I'm trying to make out because if we didn't get Floyd versus Pacquiao, but they gave us decent fights, and you still watch those, we didn't
Mhm.
get Canelo versus David, but we got Bud versus Madrimov and Earl. That I'm just trying to see why we didn't watch the fight.
You
We
don't want
didn't.
to see
Boss, can I
greatness.
ask you a question?
I don't watch the fight because of the fact of that type of stuff that's happening in boxing. See,
What's up? What's up? What's up?
so this what I mean by that. You got
Take your
fights that
time.
are you got fights that are being made that fans didn't ask for. So
Like Tank and Jake Paul.
exactly, just like Tank and Jake Paul. We
But
didn't ask for
it's
that.
not like that though.
No, it's like that because Terence Crawford and Canelo is the same thing, just with real
So
boxing.
tell me, oh,
It's
Oh
is
celebrity
God.
boxing. It's celebrity boxing with real boxers.
okay, but
It's
boss
celebrity boxing
boss
with real
boss
boxers.
is Crawford one of the best fighters of our generation?
No,
No,
Huh? Hold on.
he said no.
we
You
don't
said he's
have one.
no, but
Wow.
we have plenty of great. When you talk about this generation, we're gonna talk
This is
about
wild.
Usyk's. We're gonna talk about Crawfords. We got names. You can even throw Earl in there. These are great fighters, right? These are still great fighters.
They're
We don't.
great, not
We
but.
Hold
don't.
on.
We don't have one.
I'm not talking about one specific guy, but I'm saying we have great fighters in this generation, though, right?
We got good fighters. Yeah,
Good fighters.
yeah,
Usyk's a good fighter.
yeah. He's my pound for pound number one.
So he's not a great fighter.
He's good.
Come
And
on, dude. This is a
so
top. Oh,
so
Usyk's just good.
so
Boss.
this is my thing.
Oh, wow.
This is my thing with boxing today. Okay,
Yes.
in boxing today, you got fighters who are like Terence Crawford, who are accomplishing, got good accolades, right? He's 3-time undisputed. But what is his body of work?
His
That
you
is
have
his body of work.
hold on, boss.
Usyk's body of work.
We got to go back in time though. When he signed up to fight Earl, you had Earl destroying him.
I did.
So he beat that guy.
Okay.
But that wasn't the real Earl.
Okay, hold on, but come on. I get it now, Jay Will. Shit, we all get it now. We all get it now.
I'm waiting for them to say Victor Conti. Go ahead, 2 Cent.
I'm saying he beat Earl. This is from your channel. It seemed like one of your favorite fighters of this generation.
I don't have a favorite fighter.
Not a favorite fighter. I'm saying okay.
I just picked Errol Spence to beat Terence Crawford. See, this is the thing that y'all get misconstrued. Y'all getting this whole like this y'all get this fanboyism mixed up with real boxing. Jay Will and I get it. Y'all love Terence Crawford. That's cool.
You
But
talking about me?
I'm not-
boxing.
I'm
You
love
talking about me?
boxing.
I'm all about fighters fighting fights. Fighting
Okay.
having
So
the
did-
body of work, the resume. That's what I'm about. Okay.
So
I'm not about just watching one guy and putting my all into one guy, Jay Will. I'm not into putting my all in one guy. I'm
How
all
many-
about body of work.
How many
Right?
weight classes
So-
did? Mhm.
So when you talk about we'll use Bud, because you was finna ask, he jumped all these weight classes, right? At 40, right? Y'all bring up Victor Postal, okay? But that's it. At 47, Errol.
Hold on, that's it.
it.
That's all he fought at 140. Victor Postal. He only fought
That's
one
it.
fight.
You heard him. That's it.
Hold
That's
on,
the-
we got
that's the only-
let's talk about it.
That's the only relevant name at that weight class that he fought. That missed was Victor Postal.
Listen,
Victor
the way
Postal-
y'all cooking,
Are
boss,
you-
he's not gonna go live for another year.
I'm gonna go off
Y'all
top.
better, y'all gotta go easy on him.
What
Are you
made
okay
Victor
with
Postal
Boots fight? Were you okay with Boots fighting Lima just now?
If you saw my video, you'll know my answer. It's no.
Yes or no, my brother?
It's no.
Oh, but I'm saying earlier,
I want Boots to fight names.
what about Julius Ndongo?
You talking about that dude that never fought in America until he fought Terence Crawford?
Yeah, that guy. Who was Lima until he fought Boots?
I said no. I don't.
Yeah,
know
but
who that
earlier
fight.
you were saying you didn't want to say nothing because you said Coach and 2 Cents were cooking.
Yeah, they cooking.
About what? What were they cooking
Crickets.
about?
I didn't need
Crickets.
to say anything. I didn't need
Boss not gonna go live for
what-
another year.
What did I need to say? I said
You should have said Lima wasn't it.
You just heard me say Lima wasn't it. I made countless videos saying Lima wasn't it.
But you ain't said why they was cooking.
Yeah, you said they were. What did they cook on exactly?
Just
I'm not understanding y'all point. He don't gotta agree with us, but y'all still got cooked.
On what?
all I said
This
was
is comedy, y'all.
I didn't need to say anything. That's all
Yes,
I
you
did.
did.
Respect. You didn't have to say nothing if you didn't want to. I respect that for sure.
I didn't have to
Hey,
say
hey,
nothing.
boss, you said Victor Postal was about the only one at 140. What made Victor Postal
But
to
y'all
you
agree with us
some?
then.
No,
About
What do
what
we?
made Victor? What
y'all
made Victor Postal? Go ahead, 2 Cent.
y'all
Go ahead.
agree y'all only agreeing with what we said earlier.
How so?
That Bud didn't fault nobody till he was older. The same thing Boots is going through.
He fought champions, man.
No,
I don't know
I'm not.
why.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
He didn't fight names I knew.
But according to you, they not good then.
No, but my point is this. This is my point. He beat
You gonna
champions,
say
though.
Ndango? You ain't know who Ndango was.
But he beat champions. Boost
He was
ain't
a
beat one
unified
champ.
champion.
Beast ain't beat one champion
Who he
yet.
get his
He a
belts
And
from?
unified.
Dongo was a
He was a
unified champion.
Who
he was
he
a
get his
unified
belts from?
champion. He was a unified
Hold
champion
on.
that never fought in America and he ain't fought nobody. Who did Ndongo beat before he
Let
fought
Who
in
did he
East
okay.
beat?
Africa?
Hey, that's a great question. Let's see who Ndongo beat. Let's look up who Ndongo beat.
No, don't look it up. Tell me off the top of your head right now
I
who
couldn't.
Ndongo beat.
I couldn't tell you who Stanionis beat before. Why can't we do research?
Exactly.
That's what.
Stanionis got
This
his
is boxing
title
talk. We
via
should be able to
Gmail.
go to. We should be able to point to facts. Let's.
If you don't know who he beat, then they wasn't good.
We don't know who Lima
No,
beat.
we don't. I don't know who he fought, but that doesn't mean I can't look and see if I know who he fought. I don't know his resume.
All I'm saying, Victor Postal, Errol Spence, we'll give him. I feel like he lost to Majimov, but Majimov, we'll say Majimov, and then he beat Canelo. So in the
But
later half,
And
Madrimov
Dongo
was
beat
a
Ricky
belt holder.
Burns. And Dongo beat
Thank
Ricky
you.
Burns.
Thank you.
he beat
Let me
Ricky
ask.
Burns. He
So
beat
Ricky
Ricky
Burns
Burns
was
when?
nobody too.
Who the
Ricky
fuck is
Burns was nobody
Ricky
too.
Burns?
But
He
two
beat.
cents, just because you don't,
Hold on. He beat Ricky
That's
Burns
what I was
when?
saying earlier.
he beat
He beat.
Ricky Burns in that was a 2017.
Washed.
I
Anyway,
know who
so
Ricky
let's
Burns
let's
is.
let's let's get past that. He washed. So like I said before, Victor Postal, Errol Spence, Majimov. I feel like he lost, but whatever. Majimov, Canelo Alvarez. That's
Why is
it.
Madrimov on the list though, Boss Hog?
Why is he not on the list?
He was just a belt holder.
I mean,
I mean, he
Oh,
was just
now
a
he was just a belt holder.
That's what y'all said.
No, don't do that, 2 Cents. Stand on something.
That's what y'all said. He only
Stand
had
on
2
something.
fights. Who did Madrimov beat for his belt?
y'all did say he a belt holder.
Hold on,
I said it. I said it.
was he emailed he was emailed the belt, Madrimov? He
He
didn't beat
was
nobody for the belt?
no. Madrimov fought for the belt, man.
Who did he beat for the belt?
That see, let's he beat
He
nah
beat.
he there was the
He
winner
didn't
vacant
beat a
title. That was a
champion to
vacant.
get a belt. They
So
fought.
it was a
Yeah.
vacant title. So he
No,
didn't even win.
that was 2024. So my bad. That was 2020. That's not right. That's not right.
Is it Magomed? I can't say that. Kurbanov. Magomed Kurbanov.
No, but that says 2024 though.
Yeah, that's when Bud fought him.
Oh, Bub fought in 2024?
Yeah, he fought him in August 2024.
Okay.
So we're gonna say that's what we giving Bud credit for, right?
He's just a name. He's just a name though.
So we looking at body of work.
Yeah.
You
Full
don't put
body of work.
You don't put Gambo in there either.
You have to put
Nope.
Gambo in there. You have to.
Nope.
No.
Why aren't you putting Gambo in there?
Because he lost to Pitbull Cruz.
No, I'm asking boss though. Why aren't we? So you're saying Gamboa was never a great fighter? This is a guy that comes from the boxing, Cuban boxing school, right?
Gamboa.
Are we giving Earl credit for Ugas? I'm just saying. I think we've all gave Earl credit for Ugas. Ugas ain't a better fighter than no Gamboa now.
Prime Gamboa came out the Olympics, gold medalist. He
Yeah,
was a
like we're
boogeyman.
talking about
He
guys
was a
like
boogeyman.
Rigondeaux.
They all
Gamboa.
avoided him. Mikey Garcia avoided him. I mean, nobody wanted to fight. I mean, yeah, I think Bud might have been a slight underdog in that particular fight. And then the odds changed, I think, like right when the fight started or something. But he went into the fight an underdog. I mean, nobody thought that he was going to beat Gamboa. Gamboa was the boogeyman at that time.
But
Yeah.
why don't we give him credit for that? This is at
Didn't he
lightweight
bring
now.
Gamboa up after a layoff?
Yeah,
Did he
then
br-
Gamboa moved up from 126 to 130 to fight Crawford, right?
Do we give Earl credit for Mikey Garcia?
Did he fight Mikey Garcia?
Yes,
Earl fought Mikey
Bud
Garcia.
fought Mikey Garcia?
He beat
Oh, I thought
the
you
shit
said
out of
Bud.
Mikey.
I thought you said
We
Bud.
give Earl
he
credit
didn't
for
knock
that.
him out though,
We give
because he
Earl
wanted to
credit.
show his boxing skill.
We give Earl credit for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Gamboa is a good. I don't even let me. Who? So he fought Dorelis Perez at June 13th.
But I mean, it hit a little bit different when you know Bud been walking around at 160 and was shrinking down to them small ass sizes all this time.
Oh,
We don't
2
know. We
cents.
don't know. We don't know if Bud
So
was
eight.
walking around 160, man.
So 80% of the fighters
That's
that
what
are cutting.
Bomac said.
Two
That's what
cent, two
Bomac said.
cent.
Bomac said when he
What
was
Oh.
at
tank used to walk
lightweight.
around that?
Listen,
What
that's what
tank used to
Bomac.
walk around
Hold
that?
on, we're not
Bomac said
talking
that's
about
what he's
him.
been doing his whole career.
That's what Bomac said. Yeah, he said he told
His
him
whole
to shrink
career.
down.
Hold on.
He told him he
He's,
shrink down so he can get an advantage at the smaller weight.
Every boxer does that.
I'm just
but
telling
can
you
we
what
agree?
Bomac said.
Do you
He
lose?
said Bud should have been moved up.
Can you lose strength and speed by doing that?
Listen, I'm just telling y'all what he said.
It
He
all
said he
depends
did
on
it
the
for an
body type.
advantage.
That's
So
it.
Earl was
obviously,
walking around 180, 190, going to
Don't say
147.
that.
there's nothing for y'all to defend. I just said it hit a little different when you find out he was shrinking down and he was so big. Everybody been thinking Bud small all this time. The whole time.
So
Who's
2
who
cents.
said that?
Use critical
Bomac
thinking.
said
Yeah, I
that.
don't know. See, we keep quoting. I gotta. When did he
Look it
say
up.
that?
He
Who?
said it when he was on that little barbershop interview.
2 cent. No, 2 cents is correct to a degree. Yes, but once again, we got to use critical thinking. As you get
You
older,
call me
you
dumb.
get no. What I'm
So
saying
hold on.
though. What I'm saying though, when he made the statement, you have to like put it in context though. You can't think that young Bud is walking around at 170. You know what I mean? Like
He wasn't.
as he grew, of course you gain weight. Of course you get older. Of course you mature. I mean, it's a
Bud
part of
don't
Nah, he
life.
still
smoke or
was, but
drink.
people
But
not.
Bud
That's
wasn't
not
walking
what he
around
said.
overweight. And
Bud could
he
have
didn't.
turned pro at
And he didn't.
168. Let
He
them
didn't
tell it.
bring up Gamboa. Gamboa's fight before Bud was at 135. So that's cap. That's cap. So we got to give him credit for the Gamboa. He didn't move Gamboa up.
It's just subtle hate, but it's okay.
Yeah, but how we gonna say he moved Gamboa up and he didn't
I
though?
asked
That's
the
like
question. I said, didn't he? Thank
We
you
asked
for
no,
a
you.
verifying.
question. We asked a question. We
I
didn't
said,
No, I
say
did
thought
that's
he? I
what he
didn't say
did.
he did. I asked the question.
We asked a question. We said did he move him up? We didn't say he did move him up. We said did he move him up? That's what we asked.
well,
And
he didn't
you
move. Okay, he didn't move him up. He didn't move him up.
and you answered the question.
Facts.
So
So we give him credit for Gamboa now.
go ahead, Gamboa. So Gamboa, Victor Postal,
Yeah.
Nurmagomedov, and Errol Canelo.
So
What about Ricky
now,
Burns?
boom. Hold on. Boss said his favorite fighter in this generation is Usyk. Who we giving Usyk credit for?
Nigga, what?
I want. What do you mean? What? What you don't want to? Right? Boss said this is his number one pound for pound guy. I'm trying to see his gauging, right? Since you're not giving Crawford the credit and Usyk's the guy, I want to know who's on Usyk resume for Boss.
Tyson Fury, twice. Anthony Joshua, twice. Daniel Dubois,
Twice.
1.5.
twice.
Okay.
Okay, you got this smaller cruiserweight who going against these 6'7", 6'9" heavyweights, and he outboxing them and beating them easily. Compared to
I'll give him credit for Tony Bellew too. I think I'll throw in Tony Bellew too.
I wouldn't even talk about the cruiserweight stuff. I was just talking about heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is you gotta give this dude. It's not easy coming up from cruiserweight, going to heavyweight, fighting these bigger guys. Who, if they land on you flush, you going to sleep.
But outside of Fury, he didn't beat no pound for pound guys. Bud has pound for pound names on his resume.
Like who?
Earl
Ooh.
Spence Jr., Canelo
Errol,
Alvarez.
Errol Spencer's never been on the pound for
So
Yeah,
pound.
who was pound for pound at cruiserweight?
who was pound for pound at cruiserweight?
Exactly. So that don't even make sense what you're saying.
Hold on, I'm confused. What do you mean?
You talking about he don't got no pound for pound people on his resume? Who
Tyson
could he?
Fury? No, I didn't say Usyk has Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury pound for pound.
He
Tyson
talking
Fury ain't
about.
pound for pound. He a heavyweight.
He
What do you mean
talking
he a
about.
heavyweight?
He
You're
talking
saying
about.
Tyson Fury's never
Heavyweights
been on
are
the pound for pound list.
heavyweights. Don't be on the pound for pound list. No, they're not supposed to be.
So you're saying Tyson Fury's never been on the pound for pound list? That's what you're saying?
Has he? I didn't know heavyweights go on the
I've
pound for
seen
pound.
him on the pound for pound list, but I'll double
Yeah,
check.
I
I
have
seen
to.
I seen him on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pound for pound just means you move them down or move them up. They'll be a
Yeah,
great fighter,
yeah,
I
down
thought
or up.
I thought they
It
understood.
it was the list was made to compare smaller guys to bigger guys,
yeah.
but that doesn't mean a heavyweight cannot be on the list. But I'm just
I don't know heavyweight.
I think Usyk fought more dangerous fights for sure. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. But I don't think it's that far off from Bud's resume though, because he got 2 pound for pound guys on his resume.
What were the dangerous fights outside of Tyson Fury?
Anthony Joshua was dangerous.
Hmm.
I mean, they all dangerous at heavyweight though, coming up from cruiser. You feel me?
I
That's
mean,
just a.
Anthony Joshua. Oh, I mean, oh, okay. I mean,
I'll say
I
they're
got
dangerous.
you.
These aren't skillful guys, but it's a dangerous fight though.
You
All it
get
Yeah,
takes is
I,
one
I
punch sometimes.
So I say
yeah,
it's dangerous. They're not as skillful as the guys Bud fought. I don't know. I mean, Anthony Joshua ain't more skillful than no Sean Porter.
yeah. Not at all.
He
Not
ain't
at
more
all.
skillful than Sean
nah,
Porter. Kell
nah.
Not at
Brook.
all.
He
These are
not.
guys that I didn't. Kell Brook, Sean Porter. I mean,
Yeah,
if y'all want to say they passed their prime, I
nah,
guess
nah. They
Nah,
still
Sean Porter
dangerous.
was about to retire.
Jay Will, bro, we get it now.
Yeah, he was
We
about to
got
retire.
Jay Will got
He
all the
was.
narratives, boy, that they spit.
Hey,
No,
he
Yeah,
not
was.
they, not
he's
they. I'm
debunked,
saying what boss say.
He was about to retire though. He
but
was
Oh,
that don't
about
okay.
to
mean you can't
retire.
give us one good fight though.
He was about to retire, and
What
that
does that got to do with the fact
and
that?
and
What does that do
and
with the fact that you're trying to win a fight, though?
and that old retired man was up on the cards on that boy before Bud said, "You know what? I'm tired of seeing you around." He knocked him out.
Got to give him credit for that, right?
That's all it was.
That's greatness right there for you to say I'm gonna turn this switch up in this 11th round.
Hey, hey,
On a
Crawford was
man
only
that ain't
down.
never been
Only
Crawford,
the
stopped.
greats can do that. Even Earl did it too, though. Earl turned it up on. Earl was down against Sean Porter.
yeah, that knockdown down in the ring.
Saved them.
That
That
saved
knockdown
him.
saved
So
him.
Sean Porter a tough fight for anybody.
only when he fights Bud, though. Sean Porter's nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought too.
Hey, did you hear me say he's nothing? I just said he was losing. I said the man was
Well,
losing.
actually, technically, he wasn't losing. He was only down on the unofficial scorecard, sir.
Hey, I'm just telling you what his people is telling him. They say you losing. He said I'm losing.
But
He said
they
Yeah,
No,
they,
you know what
they
Bud
said that
said
said?
to
He
10
said
they
too. They said
how.
that to
they
He
10
said
said
too.
how.
They said that to
they
10
said that
too against what's that boy Mario
Barrios,
Barrios. He wasn't
Mario.
down on
Barrios.
no. He wasn't down.
They was like, they got you down. He said, I'm down. He said, yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
boss,
let
you
you
just
know.
fell for the boss. You fell for the okie doke. They just said that to get Crawford fired up, man.
Hey, he get fired
And
up.
he said, all right.
He could get fired up. I don't have
So,
no problem he get
so
fired up.
I guess Kell Brook was a shell of himself too, even though he came into the fight off of about 3 or 4 wins.
3 or 4 wins. Who did he beat in those 3 or 4 wins?
Oh, we back to that narrative. Okay, cool. So now it's about who did he beat? Maybe only fighters that people know are the popular ones, huh?
Who did he beat? And he wasn't fighting at 47. He was fighting at 54.
That's the problem I have with boxing. To be honest with you, I wish that they made boxing a little bit more streamlined, like more organized, so that we can get rid of these narratives of who's who. You know what I mean? Like you put the work in, and then you can get the due credit. You know, because
I mean, they
it
had to
always
build
goes
his
back to
confidence back up, though. You know what I'm saying? You got to take them tune-ups to build the fight up, and he came in the fight pretty confident against Bud.
He was
yeah, but
snorting coke.
You couldn't have thrown him in a bunch of tough fights and then fight Bud.
He was snorting coke and all that
He
from
was
losing
snorting coke.
Hey, do I got to pull a video up?
I knew he did that. I know he did that when he retired. This is
That
after he
boy,
retired.
that
After
boy doing lines and bumps. He scored the goal. Good
that, boss,
night.
boss, that was after he retired, man. I saw that video.
No, no. All jokes aside.
Hey, boss, let me ask
Yeah.
you a question. If Crawford goes to 160 and becomes undisputed, will you give him credit for that, or would you say that the competition there is nothing?
Janabek.
Janabek, if he beat Janabek, I'll give him 1,000% credit. But Janabek got to take care of business because I think the only way Crawford gonna go down there and fight is if Janabek got all the belts. He not gonna go down there and get belts from each person.
He don't need to
to
at this point in his career, though.
Come
on, man.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying, like, Janabek gonna have to take care of business, and then that's gonna have to make Crawford. That's gonna entice Crawford. Me personally, I feel like he needs to retire.
I say Crawford go get Bivol. Yeah, go get Bivol. You can beat that guy.
That's pushing it. That's pushing it. That's pushing it.
Hey, Canelo was pushing it too, though.
He was, and we saw what happened.
Come on now. Come on now.
Different.
Is Beaver wash? Is Beaver wash, boss?
Beaver?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Beaver? Hell no.
I like how you set that trap. Answer the question, boss.
Because look, Beaver don't got. Beaver's not knocking dudes out now. So now we're talking about a boxing match. Now we're talking about boxing match.
Answer the question, boss.
Did you hear me when I said? Did you hear what I said? He ain't washed.
Okay, because he got an injury. So I just want to make sure that when he comes back, I don't want to hear like he had an injury.
Do you got Beaver knocking Bud out? You got him knocking Bud out, boss?
So would y'all say Charlo 54 undisputed is better than all of Bud undisputed?
I wouldn't say it's better than the 147. 147 undisputed.
Jay, we're gonna say yeah.
I didn't even hear the question, to be honest with you.
Not 147. No, not 147 undisputed.
Is Jermell Charlo's undisputed run at 54 better than any of Terence Crawford's undisputed runs?
Did he lose to Tony Harrison?
Yes, he did lose to Tony Harrison.
Did he have a draw with Brian Mendoza or whatever his name was? Castano, my fault.
And let's be honest, he really lost that first fight.
It was that run wasn't better.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Better than the 147 run. It wasn't.
Crawford's never had an undisputed run. He got 13 belts in 6 fights.
Yeah, because he's the final boss.
If you beat a guy,
Boots only lost 5 rounds.
Earl is better than every guy on Jermell Charlo resume. That's
every one of them.
I'm gonna give Bud more credit.
What is that supposed to mean? What does that mean? Are we doing a triangle theory?
No,
I'm giving you Earl was on pound for pound. None of those guys were. Those guys weren't no pound for pound guys.
So
those are all guys with losses.
What does that mean? Are you not good if you have a loss?
Apparently nothing.
No, 2 cents keeps moving. I'm saying he fought a better fighter than any of the guys Jermell fought.
But one fighter is better than any of the fighters. Come on, how y'all
Jermell lost to Tony Harrison.
Earl is better than
Tony Harrison,
was one of the best pure boxers in the 54 division.
So you thought Tony Harrison
was Harrison put to sleep before he fought Jermell?
What does that mean? You can't be competitive in a
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking.
Are we saying Tony Harrison is better than Earl Spence? Is that what we're saying?
I'm saying Tony Harrison was one of the best pure boxers at the 54 division.
No, he was not. Stop the cap.
What she's gonna say is, I'm not gonna answer your question.
Hold on. I'll say this at the point in time where 154 didn't have a lot of great boxers. Sure, he was. Sure.
Champions. He beat champions. The way
was Tony Harrison put to sleep before Charlo?
Listen,
what champion did Tony Harrison beat?
Did he beat each champion one by one? Yes or no?
Was Tony Harrison put to sleep before Charlo? Please answer the
question. Each champion one
She's not gonna answer the question.
So 2 cents. You're pretty much saying if you go and beat, no matter what the names are, if you go and beat each champion to be undisputed, that's better than beating a guy that's on the pound for pound to become undisputed. That's what you're saying.
So now the names of the champions matter.
Say it again.
The names of the champions matter now.
She's not going to answer your question.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
No, I don't understand what y'all
saying. It's a bunch of runaround.
2 cents is now 2 step. She doing the
It's
two
run.
step.
It's runaround
Sidestep.
talk. Are you
Nah,
saying
man.
that the name's
Y'all
not?
be contradicting yourself. Y'all be
Not at
contradicting
all.
yourself, bro.
Okay, so tell me, who did Castano beat?
She don't know.
Bro, who did
Let's
Nobody.
Macaron beat? We just went through this with
no, we
Macaron.
talking
That
about
was
one. We talking
cool.
about 147, and then we're
But
comparing
I'm not
Buzz
about to jump through
147.
hoops with y'all for each. Boots don't
How
have
is
a
it
run.
jumping hoops? We going through
That's what
147
I'm trying
run.
to tell you. Boot doesn't even have a run. There's nothing to compare.
So then why'd you ask the
He's
question?
3 undisputed.
Tony Harrison got knocked
And
out.
he don't even have a run to compare to Charlo. So I'm
Yeah,
trying to
but
ask you which one is better.
you posed the question.
And
So
in
if
the
you
How
Tony
many?
answer the
How
Harrison
many?
got
question,
knocked
How many
out
weight
before
classes Charlo
Charlo.
fought at?
One.
two, he fought
Two,
Canelo.
technically two, but we know it's really one.
It's really
So he should
one.
have a run. He should have a run. But if you're going through a bunch of weight classes in your career, you're not gonna have a run like that.
We're gonna compare Jermell Charlo, who ran for 12 rounds and got knocked down, to Bud, who just beat the guy
that
that
don't
beat
got nothing to
you.
do with 54.
It
That don't got
does.
nothing to do with
You're
nothing.
implying
Hey,
No, it doesn't.
two
you're
cent.
implying
Two
that Jermell had this harder. He went through a harder route to get to
He
the
did.
belts. He just
No,
fought
he
more
didn't.
names.
And it made him better.
He just had more. Is quality over quantity, bro. Earl is better than all them names.
And 2 cent,
It's the
when Crawford got up on that ring and told Charlo, "You next," Charlo
Grabbed
ran
his nuts in front of his lady.
and
He
ran. He
he
and
ran
he
up to
tweeted
Canelo to
how
go
he
run
not
some
he
gonna
more.
fight
telling James Harden, I'm about to fight
him.
Canelo.
And then he tweeted how he not gonna fight him.
I'm
Hold on.
busy.
So are you saying quantity over quality? You rather 4 sheep over one lion?
Oh
What are y'all
shoot!
talking about?
You're
Okay.
making too much sense. They
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
live
Let's
for
go. Let's
another
go to the
What
year.
next one.
lying?
Let's just move
Listen.
on. Let's move on.
It's harder to stay at one weight class than to cherry pick and choose styles that'll match you when you go up a
Cherry
weight class
pick.
and go fight the
Now we're
champion.
cherry
Yes,
So
picking
what?
it's
now.
harder to do than to stay at one weight class than to sit around and wait for somebody that's
You
gonna
sure
match up
about
with your
that?
style
Hold
at a
on.
higher
So
weight class
which
and
fights were
move
the
up and
cherry
fight
picks for Bud? Which fights were the cherry picks?
Canelo.
Madrimov, Earl, Sean
all
Porter,
of them.
Keith Kelbrook.
Thank you,
Which one?
2 Cent.
Subtle
All
hate.
of them.
Subtle hate.
She said
Come
all
on.
of them.
Yeah,
Every
all of them.
single one of them.
Like, come on, man.
Because Bud is very strategic. He's calculated. That's what you said, right, boss?
That's
He
what I
waits till
said.
they
Absolutely.
on their
He he
decline.
he is very strategic, Jay Will. Very strategic.
You
He's
can say
very strategic. And since we own it, let's get on the strategic category. All
He
right.
got spies in the camp. Go ahead.
So Terrence Crawford, Terrence Bud Crawford has moved very strategically in his career. Okay. And here's why I believe that. Okay. I'm not talking about at 47, right? When he pushed this narrative and y'all ran with it, they're freezing me out. They're blackballing me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
His contract ran up with Top Rank. He go re-sign back with that white man. Okay. Go back, re-sign with him. And still asking Bob, hey, can you give me this Errol fight? I want to fight Errol. Give me the Errol fight. Give me Keith Thurman. Give me somebody. I want to fight these names. They couldn't deliver it for him. His contract runs out, right? Instead of him re-signing with them, he says, you couldn't get me the fights. So I'm gonna go do my own thing. And he get the Errol Spence fight. So I find it ironic that he pushed this narrative that, oh, these guys don't want to fight me. They're trying to freeze me out. They're blackballing me. But the very guy that he was trying to be loyal to, he says, oh, look, he couldn't get me these fights. So he
Boss, you
went on
talking,
ahead.
but you ain't making sense. How was that strategic? You gotta stay focused, my brother.
Strategic is this, my brother. Okay? When Errol Spence was the new IBF champion before he fight Mikey Garcia, Jay Wood, he was supposed to, that's when they had that incident in Oklahoma, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, check me, please. They had that meeting in Oklahoma where he said, hey, when I beat you, he told Errol, when I beat you, they're going to say you was weight drained and all this other stuff, right?
which came to be
Right.
true.
Which can,
He was a
right?
prophet.
Right?
He was a prophet.
Okay, so he said that, right? Okay. Errol said, tell Bob, call Al. Bob
Right.
never called Al Heyman. Why is that? Okay. Another thing.
Hold on, boss.
When it
Why is
comes,
that though? Why do you think that is though?
but me personally, I
Yeah.
don't think it had nothing to do with Terrence Crawford. I think Bob just don't want to work with Al. That's.
I'm still trying to see where Bud is
So,
That's
but
all.
so, but
strategic.
that. So what's
Hold
wrong
on,
with
hold
what?
on, hold on, hold
Okay.
on, brother.
All right,
Calm
boss.
down.
All right.
Jay Will, calm down, brother. Relax. I'm,
You
I,
walking
hold
slow.
on.
You walking slow.
Hey, man. Hey, brother. You got to
Move
crawl
your
before
feet.
you got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run, brother. So, Aerospace gets in an accident. Okay? Comes back, fights Danny Garcia. Who was at the fight?
Bud.
Bud at that fight. Why didn't Bud go to any other fights if he wanted to fight Errol Spence all these years?
Probably had shit to do.
So
I'm trying to remember. Was that the
hold
fight
on.
where the fans had rushed Bud and his family?
Correct. That's the fight.
I'm just saying,
Okay,
like
okay. Go ahead.
let's
Go
be
ahead. My
real.
fault. Go ahead.
So are we
so
saying but
I can answer
what?
that question, but I don't
are
want to
we
cut you
saying
off. Go
Bud
ahead.
never went to none of Earl's fights before because he was scared?
I'm not.
Remember they
I'm
were
not.
saying Bud
I,
wasn't pressing the fight? So
I'm
why
not.
not show up at the fight? Now it was him being conniving and sneaky. Now he want to see where Earl is at. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't say that to be conniving and sneaky. I said that to say he waited till then and then decided, okay, now is the time for me to fight this dude. He watched
After
that. He watched that Danny Garcia fight. He even said it. And there's an interview, Jay Will. There's an interview, Jay Will, where the man said, I went to the Danny Garcia fight and I told Bomac, yeah, now's the time. I want to fight him.
you got to make a video with that one, my brother, because I don't know that one.
I got you.
Coming off
But
I'll
the
bring
even
rip,
up the
Bud
interview.
said he did not want to fight him
but boss, like
He
because he
said
I
wouldn't
that.
get
see.
credit.
He said that on Twitter. But he said after he went to the Errol Spence fight, he told Bomac, I want to fight him. I seen everything I
That's
wanted.
not the first time.
I seen everything I wanted to see. I'm gonna beat the ish out of him. That's what he said in the interview. And I will make a video strictly for you. I'll put your
So
name. I'll put your name in the title, brother.
Don't put my name in the title.
I'll put your name in the
so
title, brother.
But boss,
so boss.
even with all that information, you still had Earl punishing Bud. So I'm just saying, where's the confusion coming in?
I had
Because
Errol
we don't
punish.
have Bud vision. Bud
That's
see
what I'm
things that we can't
saying,
see.
bruh. At the
I
point, huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just
I'm gonna
saying, with
talk
all
about.
the information we had prior to that fight, me, you, and whoever else still picked Earl. That
Yeah,
because,
To
huh?
destroy Bud.
We
To
still
destroy
picked,
Bud.
we still picked Earl. So I'm saying for us to now come back and discount it, me personally, I can't do it. Even I'm an Earl guy, man. I got the t-shirts in my closet, man. Smoking Bud, all that nonsense.
yeah, I
I ain't
gave
gonna
him.
lie, you the most sensible Earl fan I've ever heard before.
I
I have
gave.
to agree with that.
Bro, I
I
went to the
agree.
fight in Dallas, the Ugas fight. That was my first fight I went to in person for real. But I had to keep it. I got to keep it a bean, man.
I
Much
gave.
respect.
I gave Bud his credit for beating Errol Spence.
But I'm saying
But
before that fight,
you really shouldn't have given him credit because your logic now shows that all of the credit you gave, you've just destroyed it.
yeah, you're saying
It
that he's
wasn't genuine.
conniving. He
It
backing.
wasn't
You
genuine.
saying
You
he
got a
backdoored
Johnson
Earl?
bounce. You got a Johnson bounce.
Say it
Wait,
again.
Boing,
what? What happened? What happened?
You
boing.
got a Johnson bounce. You can't just state your truth. You got to go above and beyond.
No, but he's giving Bud credit, but at the same time, he's saying he didn't beat nobody, and also he fought
It's
Earl at the
both
right
things are
time.
true. It's all
But then
true.
it's not credit. Then it's not really credit.
It's two
Well, then
cents.
if you feel
2
like
That's
you
cents.
like
It
don't
somebody
doesn't.
like
It
beating you
doesn't.
in football.
if
You be
you
like,
don't
you
feel
won a
like he
good
get
game, man, but
credit,
my ankle was hurt.
if you
Huh?
don't feel like you don't get credit, that's on you. If the facts make you feel like he don't get credit, then that's on you.
It's not a
Nah,
fact.
that's sportsmanship. If you want to give somebody credit, you don't give a backdoor excuse though. That's just sportsmanship. Any
Facts
sport you
on
play.
Listen, just because you won don't mean I'm gonna ignore the facts of what was going on, and you can still get your credit. But facts are
Okay.
facts.
What are the
So the
facts
fact
again?
The
Earl was in a
fact
car accident.
The facts of the matter is this. I ain't mentioned nothing about no accident. All I
No, I'm
said
saying
was
no.
all I'm saying is that after he said I'm going off what he said, because y'all quick to say Bud said, J Will. Y'all say Bud said this. Bud said, hey, I watched that Danny Garcia fight, and I went to Bomac and I said, I'm gonna do him dirt. I already knew I was gonna dominate him off that Danny Garcia fight.
So you're saying
That's
Bud never thought that before that? That was the only time Bud felt like that in his life?
all I can go
Hey, you know what? When they asked Bud, when did you think you was gonna beat Canelo? He said when you signed the contract.
all I can go off of is what he said, his words.
But why
Okay,
do
So
you choose?
I can't
So,
sit here and
boss.
so
say
Bud,
My
Bud
boss.
question to
didn't.
you is this. I got one question for boss. So,
Mhm,
out of all the statements that Bud has made over years, why you
mhm.
go to that one particular? Because Bud has said these type of things many times. To be honest with you, that you even said it like, hey, they're gonna say that you was weight drained when I beat you. Remember he said that?
Yeah.
Yep,
Remember he said that, boss?
yeah, he said that.
Was that strategic? Was that strategic?
That was his plan.
What was the plan? Wait for a car
He
accident?
just told you what the plan was.
Why
But
y'all keep
hold
bringing
up.
up this car
Why would
accident?
Earl be
No,
weight drained? Two
because
cent. Two
what was
Why?
cent.
the
Tell me why would
hold
Earl
on,
be weight drained?
what was the
Because he's
plan?
gonna wait him out until he's at the weight class too long. Exactly what he
Oh,
told you he was gonna
So
do.
because he's a lot heavier than 147, and then he wouldn't be able to do it for very long.
hold on.
So
So
Bud not the only one who walk around way over the weight class he
Listen,
fight at.
I didn't make the plan. This is what
so
he
2 cents.
said,
What fight did Earl have where we look like where he looked weight drained and diminished? So
bro.
what fight shows that this is the so how does Bud know now? Oh, the time is right now. What fight?
He's a prophet.
All he said, I'm going off what he said.
I don't hate.
Y'all like to J Will. Bud said, okay. Bud said,
I say boss say
Bud,
too. Go ahead.
Bud said that after the Danny Garcia fight, right?
Yes,
That's what the
correct.
man said. Hey, I'm gonna do this to him. We need to make this fight happen. That's what he
So
said.
that's the first and only time he ever said he could beat Earl.
He said it backstage too. He said he don't what happens when I knock you out?
Okay, so if he did say that, but why wasn't the fight happening before?
You
That's
The
gotta
what.
call
reason
you
why
gotta ask Bob. You gotta
PBC.
ask Bob.
I'll tell
Because
you
he hit at top rank.
He
the
hid
the
from
reason
what though?
the reason why the
What was he
fight.
hiding from?
What
Go
was he
ahead.
hiding from?
Who
the
who
the history, Bud's career is showing us he didn't hide from nothing.
I disagree with that.
Oh my God,
And
who did Bud
and and,
hide from?
and let's make this clear too. The fight between Bud and Errol happened because Errol stepped out on his own 2 feet, and Bud showed him that there was more money to be made, and that money was being taken out of Earl's pot. Earl stepped
How
away
is
from
Bud?
Al Heyman.
How is
Errol
Please
stepped
Bud?
away
allow him
from
to
Al
preach.
Heyman.
Please let him preach.
Hey, Errol stepped away from Al Heyman. He went against the wishes of PBC and Al Heyman because Al Heyman wanted to keep Errol Spence away from Bud because Al Heyman knew that fight would be pretty much destroy the cash cow of PBC. It
And
was
Earl
too
did
people
not
risky.
step. Hold
and
on.
It
people
was too risky.
Listen.
and people
Let me
Errol
finish.
Spence.
Facts.
No, let me finish.
Earl did not
Facts.
come from Al
Errol
Heyman
Spence
and hired
made more. Errol Spence
Earl
made the most
PBC
money
fights.
that he ever made in a fight with Crawford.
It was a big.
So
It was a mega
Facts.
fight.
boss, peep this.
and
This
guess
Facts.
is
what? And guess why he made that? Because Errol Spence decided to step away and change his management the whole 9 yards, specifically for the
Al
Crawford fight,
Heyman was his
because
Preach.
manager.
Crawford opened up his
Preach.
eyes to what Al
right.
Crazy.
Heyman and the promotional
Preach.
companies were doing.
Facts.
That is why the fight was
He
made.
know what
Preach.
Al Heyman was doing.
So why you think
What was
Tank
the
is
guy
fighting?
saying where he was like, oh,
How
they
does
wouldn't be
Hold
Bud
able to
know
on.
what
make
Al
money off the
Heyman was
fight
doing?
or whatever like that. I forgot the dude name from PBC. He was like,
Where
they're
y'all
not
get
gonna
all
be
this
able to make
information
money
from?
between the Bud and Earl fight. Yet it did make money.
How did Terrence know what
Where
Al
where did
Heyman
y'all
was
get
doing?
all this evidence from? I'm asking a genuine question.
What evidence?
What y'all saying?
About what?
What
About
y'all
what
just
part?
said in that? What y'all just said in that last few snippets of words? What did
Well, I
y'all
Okay,
didn't
get
say
all
it.
Name
this
Jay
name
Will.
information
Jay Will said it. You got it, Jay Will.
Earl never
name
Crawford.
another
said
fight where
Al
Earl
Heyman.
made more money.
Earl stepped away from
Name
Al
another
Heyman and
fight.
did what?
They made the fight together. This is well documented.
Y'all are crazy. So you think Earl and Bud just made the fight?
Earl and Bud. So,
They got on
boss,
the
this
phone.
this boss, this is where you jump in and correct 2 Cent. Who made that fight
But
between them?
hey, two
Boss
cent.
Earl,
You see, 2 cents.
Earl,
Mhm.
Earl and Bud, they talked on the phone
spoke to each other.
and
Thank
Hmm.
and
you.
they spoke to
Thank
each
you.
other and they made the fight up.
You heard that, two
But
So
cent? Because I don't want you to say I said it.
they paid for they paid for you
but
made the
but
fight happen.
they Earl had to tell Al Heyman, this the fight I want. I'm not fighting nobody else. Because remember,
Facts.
they was trying to get him to fight Keith Thurman. Earl said,
Facts.
I'm not fighting nobody else but Terrence Crawford. So they had no choice but to do what Earl Spence said.
So could they have
Right.
done that?
That's why
Could
you
Earl
my
have
brother,
done that?
boss.
Could Earl have done that earlier?
But hold on, he said he stepped away from Al Heyman, boss. He said he stepped
What
away from
this is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say stepped away. Earl Spence changed his management. Go research. Why?
Al
Because
Heyman
when
is
Earl
not Earl
Spence was
Spence
Adrian Clark. He
when
manager.
signed
Earl,
with Adrian Clark.
thank you,
Fighters
thank
first.
you, thank you,
I got
thank
Al
you.
the
So
book.
when
Heyman
Earl,
is not
when
Earl Spence
listen,
manager.
listen, just
Bud is
listen.
with
What
That's
I'm
what we're
saying.
PBC.
saying.
Two
J Man,
two
Bud is
cent.
with PBC.
I mean,
Hello?
just look at how Tank moving right now. Shit. Why Tank ain't fighting the names?
Thank you. I mean, we know. I mean,
The
it's
Jake Paul fight.
PBC.
The Jake Paul fight. That's
Tank
the
is
that's the
the
same
name.
P. That's the same
Tank is the
PBC.
name. Tank is the name.
Tank's the B side in this fight. What are you talking about? It's Jake Paul
Tank
versus
is
Tank Davis. It's Jake Paul versus Tank. That's how the fight's going.
what is your what,
Yeah,
okay.
we not finna shed no light on that trash fight. I don't want to talk about that.
Thank you, boss.
All I'm saying at the end of the day, when it pertains to Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, is that they came together, they made the fight happen. We all can agree with that. All I'm saying at the end of the day is to get back on my journey, because I know we animated, right? Everybody animated. Let me get back on my journey, right? He fought Earl, he beat Earl. Okay? He go to 54. Who were the champions at the time at 54? Okay, Jamel Charlo, he fought Canelo, so he got stripped of a lot of his belts, right? So you had Sebastian Fundora, you had other fighters. I think Bakaram, I don't know if Bakaram was a champion or somebody could look that up. I don't know if he was a champion yet when Terrence Crawford moved up. He might have been. But he goes up, he looks at everybody at 54, and he look at Madrimov, who got 10 fights, and said, yeah, you, come here. We gonna fight. Now,
Tell the whole truth,
okay?
boss.
Hold on. Was everyone else boss? Was
Tell the
everyone
whole
else
truth, boss.
was everyone else available?
Oh, I can answer that. Tell the truth.
Because
Number
let's go to
one,
the availability. This is what 2 Cents said earlier. Who
I'm,
was available?
I'll answer that. See, boss conveniently left out the fact that Fundora absolutely ducked the fight. We know that.
And he had
We
two
also know
straps.
that. Yep, we know that Tim Zoo also ducked the fight. That's why Turkey Al-Sheikh got upset with Tim Zoo, and because it was like in the plans, but then Tim Zoo jumped ship to go over to Fundora. The bottom line is that they were avoiding Terrence Crawford, therefore Madrimov was left to
So
fight.
so no one was available.
Well, they were available. They just ducked.
God.
You can't say that. You can't say that. Can't say that. They don't want
So
to hear that.
so in Booth scenario, is everyone available but they ducked?
So in Booth's scenario, Booth just honestly just moving strategically. He don't want to fight those that's gonna give him that work. That's just the reality. I
So
mean,
if he
you
did,
got
he would have went to
Okay.
Turkey. He would have
But
went to Turkey if he did, huh?
he would have went to
but
Turkey. Turkey
He
already
would have
said he
went
said
to
he ain't
what
paying for tune-ups.
should have went to Turkey, dog.
we smoking that bud pack right now. We're not talking about putting on boots.
Boots is a vegetarian. He don't mess with turkey.
All I'm saying, all I'm saying at the end of the day is, as pertains to Boots, Bud, he moves up, 54, fights Madrimov, beats Madrimov, becomes a WBA champion. Cool. He's a WBA champion. Okay. Fundora did say, well, it wasn't Fundora, it was his promoter. Well, I don't know that Russian dude name, but
Satrowitz or whatever, Sanowitz or
yeah,
whatever.
he sat there and said, hey,
Samson.
he said, we'll rather fight Errol because it's more money. Bud said,
Facts.
how do
Correct.
you know? Bud said, how do you know that I don't have the money? Right? With
Facts.
okay, that's what was said. Okay. But then it came back around when Fundora was still looking for an opponent because Errol, he didn't know what was going on with Errol. Errol Spence and he was supposed to fight. They didn't fight. And then Bud basically went his own route. Now, we don't know why he did that. He could have been like, hold on.
We know why now.
He could have he probably knew he was getting that Canelo fight.
There you go.
Thank
He
you.
probably knew he was getting that Canelo fight. Probably. We don't know.
But also, could we say, because knowing that Bud a prideful type dude, could we say, since he thought he was going to make more money with Earl and he didn't get the fight, Bud was like, fuck it.
I'm pretty sure he did. He said that in the interview.
Like, we know Bud type personality. You talking about you going to make more money with Earl. Now the fight not going to happen. Now go get that money elsewhere.
Go get that money. There you go. I agree.
There you go. There you go. Correct.
But the caveat, I won't say caveat. 54 is a hotbed.
It's hot.
It's a hotbed.
For competition, yeah.
It's a hotbed for competition, right? And what are the things that people are saying about Terrence Crawford? Besides, he's great. Like Jay would say, he's so great. He's the greatest.
I don't do none of that.
He's so great. But look, all I'm saying is he still gets upset about his resume. When you mention his resume, he get mad, right? So I'm like, damn the accolades at this point. You already know you're a first ballot Hall of Famer based off what you did in 2 weight classes. And you went up and beat the guy at 47, right? So why not stay at 54 and just beat these guys?
I got the answer for you, boss.
But hold on. Before you go, okay, I think Jay Will mentioned something before about money. But I'm like, you got Turkey, who's willing to pay you anything you want because you're his favorite fighter. He's publicly said that. So at the end of the day, I feel like he should have stayed at 54 and fought these guys and just did the resume thing and beat them and retired.
Pete this, boss. Who was he? Who was the guy at 154 when Bud wanted to move up? Jermell Charlo. What did Jermell Charlo go do? He went and fought Canelo. Who was the guy at 154 to fight? There was no guy at 154 at that point.
Home run.
There was no guy.
But it's not about fighting the guy anymore at this point.
You just said no more accolades.
I said go fight guys that can shore up your resume. That's what I said. Because what Terrence Crawford does is he goes and fight the guy.
Why are you so fixated on resume, though?
You want him to fight Fundora and Tim Tszyu over Canelo?
And who is Fundora? And who is Timmy Tszyu?
He just gave us a 3-for-1 special.
That's excuses.
How? Who's Tim Tszyu? Who is Tim Tszyu?
Timmy Tszyu.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on.
Hold on. Now we gotta run with the narrative that y'all ran with. When I was sitting there saying that Bud ain't fought nobody, okay, and he need to fight people, okay. Oh, it was a problem, right?
What do you mean it was a problem?
It was an issue. Okay, now Bud is the guy. Okay, as far as because accolade wise, he beat Canelo. Okay.
No, this is before Canelo, I thought.
Okay, well, I'm saying now he's the guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's the guy now. Just go, you know what I mean? Shore up that resume. But even before that, okay, you beat Majimov, cool. You beat Earl, you beat Majimov. Stay at that division and beat these guys.
Why?
Jermell just left. Why would he stay at 154? For who though?
You got Sebastian Fundora there. You got Bakwa Murdazala.
I saw
Sebastian Fundora just got knocked out by Mendoza.
Who is he?
He got hit by a home run shot.
So then you want Bud to fight him?
We didn't see him getting pieced up by Ruben.
Wait.
So hold on, boss. If Bud would have fought Fundora right after that, we would have said, "Damn, we fought a nigga that just got knocked out." There was
Go ahead, coach. Let coach talk.
All right.
Hey, wait. I'm gonna stop y'all from moving right now. So just because a guy gets knocked out, he's not a name no more.
No, Bud ain't gonna get credit for beating him.
By Mendoza, so I would give Bud credit for beating the Fundora.
We don't know that.
Easy to get in the ring with a guy that's 6. I'm telling you now.
We don't know that. History shows us he's not gonna get credit because
I would give
at 47 they were saying Bud need to fight Porter. He fought Porter, didn't get credit.
Listen. I ain't saying nothing in about 20 minutes. Listen,
my fault.
I personally would give credit to Bud for knocking Fundora out because it's not an everyday thing where you can
You're minority
This is
to
after
prepare for somebody
Mendoza. Is this after
like Fedor.
Mendoza?
Yeah, after
But
Mendoza.
yeah, but this, but
Yeah,
look,
after
but look,
Mendoza, I give him
You
credit.
know what?
but look
This
though,
is how,
but Bud can't fight for the specific niche boxing fans, the 5% of boxing. You,
let
you
me
can't.
let
You're never gonna
let
make everybody happy.
let me add to that too. This is how
This is true.
disingenuous.
But
This is how disingenuous Coach is. When Mendoza knocked Fundora out, everybody was saying that Fundora was pretty much not that dude.
Hype job.
Literally, he was a
Facts.
hype job. So it's
Facts.
funny. It's funny how
who said
people.
coach said that? I'm not who
Oh
said
well,
coach
well,
said
sorry,
that? Who
whoever.
But
said
coach, you
coach
gotta
said that?
understand, you're a 5% of boxing fan. You're really not the guy that's making these fighters all the. You know what I'm saying? It's the casuals really making these
He
boxers
was
money.
beating Mendoza ass before he got caught though. So how was he a
That's
hype?
what
That's what
that
I'm saying.
that's what
He
I'm
got
saying.
caught with a home run shot.
And this
Yeah,
is a
but
Tank
He
fan saying this.
he
This
but
is a
you're
Tank
saying
fan.
he
Rolly was
What does
beating
that
Tank
mean?
till he
What does
went to
that
sleep.
mean, a Tank fan? What does that mean?
What right?
Rolly was
And you
beating
a
Tank
What
till
does
he
that
went
mean?
to
and this is
sleep.
Crawford,
Anyways,
and
Frank
you a
Martin was
Crawford,
beating Tank too.
and you a Crawford fan,
let's keep the boat steer. Let's keep the boat
and
steer.
y'all
I
should go back
still
and look
would
at them
give
Tank
Bud
fights and see
credit,
who was winning.
regardless of him being not, regardless of Fundora knocking out. I mean, Mendoza knocking out Fundora. I still would personally give Bud credit for that because I
Yep,
understand the sport of boxing and I get what you're saying. I'm a 5%er. I get it,
5%er,
but
bro.
at the same time, I get it. I get it. I'm going to give him credit for that because that's not an everyday thing where you can get in there and do something like
I
Mendoza
agree
did. But
with
for
you.
Okay, so
Bud to
look,
get
peep
in
this,
there,
coach. You
But
give Bud credit, but 95% of other people don't.
in addition to that,
So then
Bud tried to fight
what is the
Fundora.
point?
Fundora didn't want to fight.
Fundora didn't want to fight the first time. But what happened when the mandatory came?
Fundora did want the fight. He was advised not to take the fight because he would make more money going
With
That's
elsewhere.
Earl
correct.
Spence.
Sorry, my apologies. You're correct.
I
The,
stand
the,
corrected.
the ship sailed
I
at that
stand
point.
corrected. I
The
stand
ship
corrected.
sailed.
I stand corrected. But what about the mandatory though?
What
Which
mandatory?
mandatory?
Didn't Fundora eventually become Bud's mandatory once he did what he did?
I
Fundora
I
dropped the belt,
Huh?
believe.
didn't he?
Nah,
When was Fedora Buzz
That's
mandatory?
why I'm asking. I'm asking. You doing the research? Go do it. I'm asking.
nah,
I
Bud.
never
I
heard that. I
think
never heard that.
I think you getting the switch. I think Bud because Fundora had a WBO belt. I think it
Right,
was.
right,
I think it was Bud was the mandatory, but
Fact.
right.
Okay,
Fundora.
Bud tried to fight Fundora while he was injured. He tried to force a fight while he
okay,
was injured.
Why we keep saying when he
okay.
was
I stand.
injured?
Fake injuries, boy. Fundora be getting these timely injuries. We not going to ignore the facts.
So
Timely
y'all
injuries.
didn't see him get his nose broken in the Simpson fight.
That's not when he. But that's not when
That's
All
that's
right,
why.
Bud went and
all
won the
right.
fight. That's after the fact.
What are you talking about? They want to try to fight him 2 months later.
That's not true.
He just said it in an interview.
So
So
Use critical thinking, man. Like,
No,
come
he
on, man.
just
Like,
said it in an
Jesus
interview.
Christ. It's like in one breath, it's like we know that these individuals are puppets. They're taught to kind of avoid things, to fabricate
So
things, to
Fundora line.
smooth things. So you don't think
the,
fun
the,
so
the
so
promoter
so
already said we
you don't
chasing money fights. We don't want to
so you
fight
don't
Bud.
boy, I swear.
The promoter told us in broad daylight we're not going after Bud Crawford. So now you want to say Bud is he wants to fight Fedor because he has a broken nose?
Let me ask you a question too, Cent.
because he's strategic, remember?
Look, let me
Why do
ask two
y'all
cents.
keep
Is
coming at me
Fundora
like
a PBC
I'm making?
fighter?
Listen,
If
listen.
is Fundora a PBC fighter?
Why do y'all keep coming at me like
He
I'm
fight on
making this up?
PBC. Yeah,
He fight on
Fundora,
PBC, right?
yeah.
So y'all
Fundora
don't think
said,
let's think from a business standpoint. Y'all don't think that when Errol Spence lost the fight and the goal was to get Errol
They
back.
lost revenue. Period.
Yeah, they lost revenue, but y'all don't think it was a goal for Errol Spence to get back a belt by fighting Fundora? Remember, Errol Spence got in the ring and said, "Hey, it's the big, we got to go
Yeah,
It's
to
I
the
an
don't
big
do
in-house
stage."
fight.
lines.
It's
I
an
don't do
in-house fight.
lines.
if you know anything about boxing, they've been building a fight, trying to build a fight between Fundora and Earl Spence because Fundora was fighting on Earl Spence's undercards. They
No,
were
Now
I
building
got.
a fight.
they were building Earl to fight
What?
Canelo, never Fundora.
What?
What are we saying? Fundora was never to fight
Earl was at 147.
but the
What are y'all
Canelo
talking
fight was
about?
Earl's fight. The
I
Canelo
said
fight was Earl's
Earl
fight.
and listen, y'all. They offered the fight for Canelo and Earl, I guess earlier, and they were gonna fight at 160, but that was like a while ago.
No, that was
Yeah.
supposed to be
But
after Bud fight.
they were trying to build a fight. Also, if PBC does more than one thing, they was also trying to build a fight between Earl and Fundora, which is why Fundora was fighting on Earl's undercards.
And also to give Earl to put
I
Earl
don't know about
back it with a title. That's what I'm trying to say. To get it's to control the belt.
To give him
The
a title.
promotional companies are just try to control the belts, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
They
it
know
is.
that's
Keep
Bud
it
gonna
on.
get the belt and get
we
up
all
out
can
of there.
agree
They
with
know
that.
that.
Exactly. They knew like that's all I'm saying.
Critical thinking.
But at the same time, the initial question was why not stay at 154? Y'all said Bud wouldn't get credit. Who was it to fight? Fundora? I give him credit for
Who
it.
had control of the
I
belts?
mean,
The whole
Uh,
54 division is buzzing. What y'all mean? Y'all act like
Who
Eddie
had
what's
Hearn
control of the
ain't
belt?
that's
hold
what I'm
on?
saying. Why
What's
would
your
you?
definition of buzzing though? It ain't no money fights
It's one of the hottest divisions right now. What are you
in
talking
terms
about?
of in terms of competition, but it ain't no big fights.
Nigga,
Hold,
if
hold on,
Bud is the
Huncho.
man, why he need a big fight? He the big fight.
He
What
the
do you mean?
fight.
You think he was gonna get Canelo money at 154?
He wasn't gonna get
Nope.
Canelo
He
money
got
for Canelo. He had to negotiate for 9 hours.
he got
So
Turkey.
you talking about 9 hours? You know, negotiations
He
usually go on for days.
he
Like what? 9 hours
got
ain't shit.
Turkey. He got Turkey. He got Turkey. Turkey is his guy. That's his
But
boy.
here's
Boss,
the
you,
thing
you
though,
got to do
boss,
the
But we
turkey
gotta
boss,
stop.
voice.
boss, boss. Here's the thing you're not understanding. What did Turkey say? Wants to get a fight for Bakram. At the end of the day, these
Turkey is
fighters
not credible,
have
bro.
to.
You always talk about
These
somebody
fight.
lying.
These fighters don't want the fight. It does sometimes don't matter the amount of money, man. They
Turkey's
don't
a
want the
liar.
fight. They're being
Turkey's a
advised to
liar.
go other ways.
If he can turn Canelo to a prostitute, he can turn any fighter into whatever he wants to.
The
And
money
He
he ain't
there.
if he could tell Canelo Alvarez who sat there and said, "Hey, I'm not fighting Terence Crawford," then come back and say, "I'm fighting Terence Crawford." Me fight Terence Crawford. What you think he can do to any other fighter? These fighters, like I think one of y'all mentioned this earlier. These fighters need money, right?
correct.
They want bread. You throw the right amount of chicken out there, they'll fight anybody.
Turkey
So
ain't
who are we
doing
Facts.
that
saying is
like
ducking
that.
who
I'm trying
though?
to tell you.
But
He
who
ain't
are we
doing it
saying
like
is ducking though? Who are we saying that didn't want to fight because of money? Like
You
what?
said
Like what are we saying?
I'm saying the fights at 54 would get made if he just basically go to Turkey.
Yeah,
who you
they'll get
want to say.
made,
All right,
but
let me
you
ask you.
the pay is different though, boss. Just because Turkey will make the fight and pay you, that don't mean he's gonna pay you X amount.
But
Exactly. That's what I'm
but
trying to share with him.
but yeah,
No critical thinking.
but a
So
former
why
hold on
fight
hold on.
some Fundora when I can get more credit for Canelo, who's a Hall of Famer, a pound for pound fight? Who is
Hey,
Fundora?
boss. Hey,
Undisputed
boss.
champion.
Hey,
Fundora
boss.
is nothing in history. He's
Hey, two
nothing.
cents and balls. Who do y'all think at 154 can beat Bud? 2 cents and balls. Can you name them?
Charlo.
Everyone.
Charlo?
Yep.
Which Charlo?
I say
Vermeer.
I say
I was
Mr.
playing.
I say I say Mr.
Shit.
I say Mr. Allah Akbar.
Oh,
Bakram
Bakram.
Alev. That's
so
Uh, uh,
Bakram. So Bakram.
Bakram.
So
Tell that boy
Bakram.
based
get
on
all the belts.
Hold on,
Boots.
Bakram, the guy that's ducking
Boots.
boots, is gonna beat Bud.
Boots. Boots.
Hold on. Who ducking boots?
Hold on,
Boots.
you said they were cooking earlier. They said Bakram duck boots.
Boss, this is a
How
boost channel.
Who
Be
said that?
careful.
Who
This
said
is a
how
that?
boost channel. Be
Who
how
careful.
is
said that?
Bakram ducking boots? He done
Eddie
took
Hearn said
That's what we were
Eddie
saying.
Hearn said that he sent Bakram an offer to
And
fight.
boss, you said
But
they were
Bakram,
cooking.
hold on, let me finish, bro.
Hey,
Why
I
you
ain't
let
keep
hear
two
that
trying to do
part.
cents
that?
finish this.
And Bakram and Lubin was in negotiations because Lubin had petitioned for Bakram's belt, which is why he allegedly turned down the offer from Boots.
And Eddie has done his job.
So, boss, do you believe
Who
that
said?
Bakram was
Wait.
ducking
Who
boots?
said Bakram was ducking
No.
boots? Who said that?
I don't know. I
Who
don't
said
believe
that?
that. I ain't
Okay,
hear
so
that.
tell me this.
Who
Who
said that?
said Bakram was ducking boots?
2 Cents said
Who
that.
I
said
said
that?
he was ducking, but I was just talking about
Why
what
you?
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Stand on it.
Stand on it,
he
2 cents.
said. What are y'all talking about?
You said he was ducking earlier. You said that.
No. Oh my God. No, she didn't, bro.
She said, "Hold on." So hold on. When no one's available, what is that? So when was Bakram not available then?
What I just
Bacham,
say, bro? You don't listen.
Bacham available right now.
No, before 2 Cents said the reason why he fought Lima was because no one was available. So what was Bakram doing?
He was in
And what did he do
negotiations
after the
with
fight?
them.
So
What he
okay, he
said
was in
after the fight?
negotiate. So when you turn down negotiations, are you ducking?
Bro, I was being facetious, bro.
We can't
Right.
tell.
Yeah, come on. Like
So
Right.
basically,
so
I
he
said
wasn't
the
ducking.
same exact thing earlier.
so
We
two
will, but
cents.
we
You think
can't be
Bachman
funny.
can beat? You think Bachman can beat Bud too? 2 cents.
No, I think Bachman's a little bit overrated.
So you got Charlo, the only one at
Mm.
154 beating Bud.
The
I
guy that
think Fedora will give him a good fight. Um, who else we got? I think
Say
Boots.
boots.
I
Say
think Boots
boots.
beat him. Got a
There you
top.
so
go.
so how
I,
Boing.
so
I,
how what can Jamel do to beat Bud when we saw? I mean, you can't use the triangle theory. They both went and fought Canelo, but what did you see that says Jamel can beat Bud now? Because Jamel got more power than Canelo now.
Can I answer that question?
I can answer it too.
I
Go
I'm
ahead.
always
just saying, like, what are we seeing that's saying Jamel can now beat Bud
Jamel
when
shed
Canelo
light
does
on the
everything else better
situation.
than Jamel? He does everything
Jamel's a
better than Jamel.
way better boxer than fucking Canelo. ARC.
He's a better boxer than Canelo.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't believe
Yes.
God.
I
So
can't believe.
Yes, he is.
where did he
So
show those
Jamel
skills in the
Charlo
Tony
Yes,
not a
yes,
Harrison
better.
he
fight?
is.
What
So
fight? What
Jamel
fight did
Charlo
he
not
show
a
better
better
box?
boxer. Jamel Charlo had not a better.
So Tony,
Jamel Charlo
wait,
got better
wait. So
footwork than
Tony Harris
Canelo.
can't box?
No, was Jamel Charlo a better
Tony
boxer than
Harrison is
Tony
a very
Harrison?
good boxer.
Was Jamel Charlo a better boxer than Tony Harrison?
No.
Tony
Yes.
So what?
Harrison can box though.
That's my point. So where are we getting that Jamel was the puncher in
So
that
he got
fight?
to be
When?
better than Tony Harrison. Come
No,
on, bro.
I'm
You gotta
saying
stop
in
this.
what fight was Jamel the boxer?
He's a boxer puncher. What are you talking about?
He's a boxer. Period. What are you talking about?
So okay, so you guys are saying
We're
he's a better
talking about
boxer
the
than
style, not
he's a
just
better
his
boxer than
profession.
Canelo Alvarez.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, he's a more
Yes.
yes.
Ah, I can't agree with that.
How long
Jamel
you been
said he's
watching
a
boxing?
knockout artist, baby.
How long you been watching boxing?
Canelo's a naturally small guy moving up to 168, and you're telling me
We're
Jamel's a
not
better boxer?
talking about we're not talking
He
about all of
Canelo's the
that. We're
smaller
talking
fighter
about
in every
pure
fight.
boxing. We're
What does it
His
talking
have to
skill
about
do with
set.
boxing? What does it have to do with
pure
boxing?
skill set.
If he's the smaller guy beating up bigger guys, he's
Is he
obviously boxing.
outboxing them?
With
No,
He is
skills, not
outboxing these
power.
guys.
no, the fuck he's
With
not.
skills. With skills.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all are not. Y'all so disingenuous, bro.
So basically,
Jamel
y'all got
Charlo's a better boxer than Canelo.
Yes.
Yes.
y'all got Charlo being the
Hold
only
on,
one to beat Bud at
boss
54.
hog, you vouching for that? I just want to know. I want to
And
get everybody
boots.
on.
you
I want to
said
get everybody
Oh,
on.
and
Charlo
Boots.
Charlo a better boxer than Canelo?
Is he a better does he have better boxing skills than Canelo Alvarez?
No, is he a better boxer?
Let boss
What are
answer.
you
He's
He
talking?
better.
thinking about it.
Boxing skills, right?
Mm,
Not
No,
necessarily, bro.
that's two
not
different
necessarily.
things.
It's two
Who's the
different
better
things.
counter puncher? Who's the
Wow.
better counter
So you
puncher?
can have
Go through the skill set
so
since
tell me
it's so
you
hard to
can be
answer.
you
Canelo
cannot be a better wow. Okay.
Canelo's a better counter puncher than Jamel Charlo.
Who has better head movement?
I will go with Canelo. Better feet, I'll go Jamel Charlo.
Oh, you ran to
Better
that one.
jab, Charlo, and the jab sets it apart right there. Better jab is Charlo. That makes him a
Yeah.
better boxer.
So Charlo does have some attributes that are better
Better
than Canelo.
defense.
But
Let's
You
go
say he's a
through
better boxer.
the skills.
Hold
but I
on.
but
Oh
I
no, go ahead,
think
boss.
I said Charlo does have some attributes that are better than Canelo. I think Canelo's a better overall fighter. But as far as boxing ability, like, as far as the skill set, as far as you having to box somebody because of, hey, this dude got too much power or he's a kung fu fighter, is I think she's saying it like that. As far as if he got an aggressive puncher coming at you, Charlo is better at doing that than Canelo. But
So
Who has the
overall
better
fighter,
who has the better
Wait,
IQ?
wait,
so
wait,
Let's
hold
wait.
on,
simplify it.
Let me
boss.
let
What
me ask
fight
this
did Jamel
question.
show that in? I can point to
Wait,
GGG
no, no,
Canelo.
no, no. Hold on. Before we get to that, what makes a boxer a boxer? Y'all tell me. What makes a boxer a boxer?
Go through
Since
all
y'all
the
say
skill
Canelo
sets.
is a better, huh?
Go through all the skill
But
sets.
but
We could
but when you okay, I get what you're saying. But
We
when you
just went
compare
through it with boss
boxing,
though.
no, wait. Y'all keep trying to cut folks off. Wait, let me ask my question.
When you got two guys that are both solid, decent boxers, what sets them apart? Outside of just skill set and all that, what actually makes two boxers in the ring against each other? What sets one apart from the other?
In my mind, is
Can
I'm
y'all
gonna go
answer
with
that?
IQ. I'm gonna go with IQ.
I'll say who uses the right tools at the right time better. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay,
I go
Okay,
with
that's
so
fine. We
IQ.
can have all of that, but what sets a true boxer apart from just a boxer?
I'm saying you want to go to jab, but when
I
Canelo's
want.
fighting these guys, he has lesser reach.
Yep.
That's not
So
the
he
right
has to
skill.
use
That's
some
not the
type
right
of
tool
skill
to
to get
use.
inside.
That's
We're
not the
not
right
talking
tool to
about
use
Y'all
at the
going into
time.
specifics. Y'all going into specifics. I'm not even talking about Canelo and Charlo right now. I'm not even talking about that. What sets a boxer apart from another boxer?
I said when you use
The
the right tools.
jab.
It's too many
Charlo has
different
a jab.
factors.
No, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes,
It's
it
true.
is. Like the
Hold on.
brother said, it depends on the tool.
Okay, because I know
If
I
I'm
don't have.
Boss
fighting a
Hog. I know
boxer,
Boss Hog boxing. So boss, can you tell? Can you give us the answer?
what was the question again? My bad. I was watching. I'm watching
what
these
set
highlights for you.
what sets apart two two boxers? You got guys with equal skill set, head movement, footwork, all that other good stuff. What sets them apart at the end of the day? When you got two boxers in the ring, at the end of that fight, when they're that close together in skill set or whatnot, at the end of that fight, you a judge. What are you looking for that set those two boxers apart? What are you looking for?
I'm looking at basically who is able to dictate the fight, who takes over the fight. So I'm looking at feet. I'm looking at IQ. That's what I'm looking at basically.
Yeah, that's what we pretty much said.
Okay, and when you have two equal fighters of the same IQ, same caliber, at the end of the day, when you're a judge and you're sitting at the ring to be able to dictate and control the pace of the fight, you need a what?
You're trying to lead people to say jab. I don't know.
I'm just saying, how
You need a
often are we
jab,
getting two
and
guys in
Charlo
the
has a
ring with
better
the
jab. That's all I'm
same?
trying to say.
Say it again.
You need a jab to outbox a boxer. You need the jab, and Charlo has a jab. That's all I'm saying. That's what sets him apart from
So
Canelo.
And
That's
He
not
and
the
so
doesn't.
which
only way to
and
outbox someone.
and
but which
truthfully,
which
It's not.
which which fight Jermell Charlo has where you're saying he showed the superior boxing skills? Which fight? So I can go watch it.
early on in his career
We're comparing.
when listen
When he what?
when he had what's the dude name that used to coach
Can you
Mike
hear me?
Tyson and all that. You can hear me?
Cuss, Teddy.
No. What
Ronnie
the
Shields.
Ronnie Shields, yeah. When he had Ronnie Shields, he was a boxer. So
Which
when he
fight
was
though?
fighting
Mhm.
when he was fighting Vanes Monterosa, Alcini, Gabe Rosado, go watch those fights. You see him boxing, moving around. He didn't become a knockout artist until he got Derek James. That's
So
when he stopped fighting John Jackson, Charles Hadley, Eric Salubin, Austin Trout, and the rest of the guys that helped him ascend up to to get to that level to win the undisputed title later on. But early on, when he was under Ronnie Shields, he was a boxer. He
so
boxed.
he put on a better boxing performance than Canelo did in GGG too. I'm just saying these are lesser guys. You telling about Gabe Rosado? Yeah, I think you can show better skills against lesser
Come
opponents too,
on,
though.
bro. Yeah, if y'all discredit everybody else except for Bud.
Nah, who's Gabe Rosado?
Gabe Rosado, if I'm not mistaken, he fought Triple
He
G, right?
he known in the sport, bro.
And he
He
I know,
fought
Absolutely.
I,
Yeah,
him.
I
Gabe's
know Gabe.
solid. Gabe's solid,
I like
Gabe,
Gabe. Was he a
but
champion?
he a stepping stool though.
Was he a champion?
everybody got to be a champion, bro. Golly,
Then he gonna say who he beat.
I'm just
No,
right,
saying
right.
I like
he
Gabe, but
fought Gabe Rosado
um,
fought everybody. He
I get it.
fought
Solid.
I'm just saying,
everybody.
if you show boxing skills against lesser opponent versus higher level opponents, Hall of Famers, who are you gonna give more credit to? Is all
Well,
I'm
Bro,
asking.
well,
stop it, bro.
Oh, come
at the
on, bro.
That
at
don't
the
matter. That don't matter.
at the time he fought, at the time he fought, Jamel Charlo fought Gabe Rosado. He already had fought Triple G, Jalen Love, Peter Quillen. Y'all forget about Peter Quillen. So
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
he was considered one of the guys. He wasn't considered a stepping stool at the time. He was considered one of the guys that you had to beat to get to that to make sure that you at that level. You know
So
what I
he was a
mean? He
gate. He was
was
a gatekeeper.
pretty much.
So basically, what I'm
He
saying
was a
is,
contender.
yeah, he never
Wow.
got to that next level.
Gabriel's okay. Okay, he was a contender. Okay.
Just like Lubin.
Turned gatekeeper.
So
No,
you
I
think
think at this point Lubin a gatekeeper.
you? I'm about to ask that. Y'all
Low
think
key, low key.
Lubin a gatekeeper. I think Lubin just
Yeah,
he don't
yeah.
have it. He just can't turn it up a notch. He just can't.
Man,
Like,
Lubin can win this fight though. Lubin can beat Virgil.
Virgil
I
is
think
Virgil. I don't understand what the hype is. Virgil is okay. Virgil is okay, but
Yeah,
the hype
Virgil
is he a
never.
good Mexican fighter. That's all it is.
Virgil's never been a champion.
I
time out
agree.
2 Cent. He ain't never had one of them lesser belts.
He did
No,
though.
he ain't never. He
Okay,
got some interim belts.
okay,
He had an
okay,
interim belt. He had
okay.
an interim belt.
That's
Because
not.
you treat them like real belts. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I don't. I don't
Dang.
treat no interim belt like no real belt.
But
My bad. My bad.
all I'm saying is,
I don't
at the
even
end of the
talk
day,
about the belts for real.
the only person that beat Terence Crawford at 154 pounds is Mr. Allah Akbar. That's the only person that I believe that can beat Terence Crawford at 54
Tell him get them belts. It'll happen.
Did you see Bakram's last fight, boss?
against Tim Tszyu. Yeah,
No, he had another fight after Tim Tszyu.
you sure?
Yeah, I think Bakram had another fight after Tim Tszyu. He didn't look that great.
How come y'all don't say Bud Duck Virgil Ortiz when Turkey offered him the fight and he turned it down?
Oh,
Who turned that down? Why, where are we getting it? Bud turned down the Virgil fight.
Yes, that's what
Win.
Turkey said.
If he turned down the Virgil fight, it's because he was fighting Canelo. That's the only reason.
nah.
Oh my god.
Hey,
This was when
Hey,
who did Virgil fight when he got knocked down and everybody was saying
Bakram ain't
Virgil
had
lost?
no more fights. He ain't fought since he fought Tim Tszyu in 2024.
Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't even.
I got you.
Yeah. But I'm trying to hear more about this Virgil thing.
Virgil
Yeah,
Lubin.
Turkey did the interview and he was like, "I offered Crawford the fight, he turned it down, blah blah blah." So
He wanted Canelo. He wanted the Canelo fight.
Bud always got an excuse, bro.
What the excuse is to fight Canelo over Virgil Ortiz? Seriously?
He could have fought Virgil, then fought Canelo. He said, "I'll
He
be
ducked him. He was
Who is
scared of him.
You just said Virgil's overrated. He never beat a champion. Why does Bud have to
But Bud
fight
is
this
still
guy?
scared
Why
of
does
him.
Boots
He's
gotta
still
fight
scared
him?
of him.
Because Boots ain't done shit. That's his contemporary. They're the
Who
same
is Virgil?
age.
Who is
They're,
Virgil?
they're the same age, 2 Cents. These are guys that they're in the same era. But Bud's in a whole different era.
2 Cents. Let me ask you a question. Who's better, Virgil or Lima, in your opinion?
Virgil
Yo.
better. But Virgil didn't want to fight Boots.
Virgil didn't want
Okay.
to fight Boots.
No, y'all didn't see the post that his dad came out with?
Didn't they offer
Y'all just be
Boots the
chatting.
fight
Y'all just
already?
be on here chatting. Y'all just be on here chatting. He
I'm
Didn't
not
they?
Team Virgil, by the way.
said he not,
Didn't they offer Boots the fight already?
basically he tweeted out he not finna fight Boots and why he gotta do it on Boots time and all this other stuff. They don't want to fight Boots right now.
They do play
But hold
games.
on,
I'm
2
not
Cents.
even
You know
going to
why they
lie.
said that though? It's because they already offered Boots, and Boots didn't want to fight at the time.
I don't have
That's
to fight you.
That's when Boots was at 147, though.
yeah.
That's why I think they were pump faking. I'm
So
not Team Virgil. I ain't going to lie. I
okay.
feel they play games too. Like they
Oh,
all play games with each other. Pause.
so basically, Boots didn't want to fight Virgil on the first fight coming up. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, y'all
That's
can
not
believe
that.
that.
No, but that
Y'all think
why? But
Oscar?
if Boots is
Do
that
you
great, why not?
critical thinking? Do you think that Oscar is in a rush to put Boots in the ring? I mean, to put Virgil in the ring with Boots?
No. We can keep it real. No.
I think
I think if the money's right, he'll do it. He puts Zepeda in there with Shakur. Why
I
not?
I think the current landscape of boxing, these promoters have to,
Facts.
because they don't have a network. Nobody has a network to basically build their fighter on no more. So that whole building a fighter era is over. I think personally, So you might see them throw Xander Zayas in there too early. I think Xander Zayas is trash. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
Hey.
He definitely fooled.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but these promotional companies are getting put in situations where they gotta put these guys in there because
Yeah.
they can't build these guys no more.
And I have no issues with it.
So what? Zepeda and Shakur fought. I mean, what? That's Zepeda's under Oscar, right?
How long
Yeah.
did it take?
Not no longer than 2 years. I wasn't hearing about Boots and I mean Shakur and Zepeda more than a year and a half.
He been trying to fight Zepeda since he been at top rank.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We're talking about how many years though? Like over 2 years?
About 3
No, it
years.
can't be over no 2 years. It can't be.
About 3 years probably.
Mm.
Virgil said
Uh,
he needed 48 months to get ready for Boots.
Did they offer Boots? Okay, they did offer the Boots to fight, but you're saying it was a pump fake offer, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, what if it happens next? Then I think it can happen
I'd
next.
be happy. I would like that fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight for Boots, man. Boots said he been calling Bud out since 2018. So
look, man, I'm being real with you, okay, about that type of fight. Bud need to retire, man. Why? That's what
why
it boils
though?
down to.
Because he's the best fighter in the universe. He's finished boxing.
He need to look at Andre Ward, man. Do what Andre Ward did. Go out on top. You the man. Go out on top. Hey, if somebody come up later, and hey, y'all say he beat Floyd. Maybe Floyd be like, you know what? Hey, man, you been retired. I'm retired. Let's fight. Exhibition. You know what I mean?
Boss, you just
But you,
said Bud need to get all the Infinity Stones at 154. He
Hey,
cannot retire yet.
hey, I said that before he fought Canelo. That's what I was meaning. Now I'm like, it's no point. You fought Canelo, you beat him, you got the belts, you got 3-time undisputed, you coming down, you doing all that. That's cool. Retire. Right?
What's one fight right now that Bud could make that you'll watch?
Bakram.
Go ahead and say Benavidez. I want to hear it. Go ahead.
Boots.
Nah,
You said
I ain't gonna-
Bakram, ain't it?
I ain't gonna count. Do I want to see this? Am I like fiending to see this? No, I will watch if he fought Boots, but I got Bud in there.
By what? Toe tag, body bag, what?
I think by unanimous decision. I just think
You
experience.
what?
Stop playing.
Boots
Boots
is
will
gonna
go to
last
sleep.
12?
He going to sleep.
I think experience is gonna play a part. Now, if Boots start fighting, Virgil Ortiz and all these other dudes, and he get experience, then but by then,
And then Bud is 45 years old.
Bud be 41. Bud
be
be
40,
41.
and it'd be no point in making that fight. But all I'm saying at the end of the day, that's the fight I'm not fiending for it, but I would watch it. But truthfully, I just think he need to retire. He beat Canelo.
Yeah.
He got his belts. Honestly, he just need to go ahead and set off in the sunset. Nah,
You tired of seeing him win.
if he didn't fight Canelo, then I have a different tone. I'll be like, hey man, you need to go get that 6'7" shooting guard and Sebastian Figueroa, and you need to go fight him. Right? Go figure out how to deal with that. And then once you're done with that, I need you to fight Mr. Allah Akbar. That's what I want. Right? But he got the Canelo fight, so he ain't got to do that. He can just retire. He 38.
But he's still at the tail end of his prime.
Andre Ward only retired because of the money problems. It's not he retired on top, but Andre Ward had a lot of money problems in his career.
No, he had issues. He had issues with his body too. His knees weren't no good
because he wanted to retire. And now he's calling out Anthony Joshua, right? So Bud is in a situation where he never want to come out and call niggas out. And he just beat these Mexicans' favorite fighter all time. I mean, I know y'all seen the videos of Mexicans paying up. You know how much they hype Canelo, these Mexicans? They just took down their savior.
They was punching TVs and everything.
Come on,
I seen that.
Come on now.
But
just off of that, you should have watched Bud, man.
But all I'm saying at the end of the day is that he should retire. I'm not. He should retire. It's what? Okay,
he got low mileage. He can keep going.
I ask you the same question. What fights do you want to see him fight next?
I got you. Either Bivol or Janibek. That's what I want to see.
Why Bivol?
Those are why Bivol, because I don't think that Bivol. It's not like I think it's an easier fight than going up and fighting like a better Beef. These super powerful guys. I think Bivol, it'll be just a straight boxing match. Bivol, you don't really got to worry about getting knocked out. And I think Bud's a better boxer, so I think it's a winnable fight. It's gonna be his toughest fight of his career. It's
I
gonna
don't
be the
think
Okay,
that.
please say that part.
it's
I
gonna
don't.
be the toughest fight of his career.
I
But
I
I don't think after seeing that Canelo fight, I think it's a winnable fight.
I don't
Not to
think
use the
so.
Charlie
I
theory.
wouldn't say Mission Impossible, but that's pushing it.
I would say this. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody putting Janabek in there. If he do keep fighting, if he don't retire, I think he should retire for the record. But
Mhm.
Janabek, if he say, "Hey, I'll go down to 60," Janabek, I would want to see that fight too.
Okay.
Now, is that a big money fight? No, but it's good for pure boxing heads, right?
I think it's a big money fight from Turkey. I think if Turkey's put any fight Turkey puts on with Bud from now on is 50,
But
30 to 50 million and up.
Why?
that fight right there, they would have
That's
to
his
put
market
that.
right now.
They would have
No,
to
it's
put
not.
that. They would have to put
No,
that
it's
fight.
not, bro.
They would have to put that fight in Saudi Arabia for him to get 30, 50 million. They can't put
He's not gonna get
Bud.
that out
They can't put Bud and Janabek in America. Now they can maybe put Bud and B-Ball in America. Maybe.
But the most expensive B-side in history.
So
But
hold on. Why is that not his market? Why is that not his market right now?
for what? I mean, for the Janabek fight?
Yeah. Why are you guys saying he can't make 30 to 50 M's?
I'm
Why
saying
would
he can't make that for as far as fighting Janabek. I said because Janabek is not a known commodity here. So he would
I
have
don't
to
think
put
he
that
gets that
fight in
nobody.
He would have to put that fight in Saudi Arabia. But
Why Saudi? Because they're
because
not banking on pay-per-view sales. It's not like they're making money on pay-per-view,
yeah,
regardless.
but there's no market here for Janabek. B-Ball, there's
I
people
see.
know him here.
I
B-Ball people know him here. So
Facts.
you probably can put that fight here in America.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't put Janabek versus Crawford in America. There's
And
no
Omaha fight, that's a homecoming John right there.
Come on now.
Nah,
yeah, but
He's worth
nah.
that. He's worth that. You can fight Bud in Omaha now.
They gonna come out
You
in
know
Omaha.
that,
Omaha,
but come on, boy.
But this is the thing though. If Janabek's and I get it, Bud will be considered the A side in it. But
For
if
sure.
Janabek goes and take care of business at 60 and becomes undisputed, you think he gonna sit there and basically be like, "Oh, I'm cool with fighting in Terrence Crawford hometown"? No, the fight not gonna get made. So they're gonna have to put their fight in a neutral place, and it's gonna have to be Saudi.
You said Bud got Turkey. You
He
said
got
fighters will
Turkey.
do anything for that money.
Yeah,
Facts.
Okay,
And hold on, isn't Inoue's aren't his fights all in Japan? His undisputed fights.
all of them.
So come on now.
yeah. But who did he bring over there? Kuba Fulton and who else?
Who's Janabek?
Everyone else.
Janabek don't got no market. And if
That's
you and
why.
you,
That's
Mhm.
why I say if Janabek. That's why Janabek needs to fight. The Bud Crawford Janabek fight needs to be in Saudi Arabia because he don't have a market. He don't have a market here. Bivol and Bud, they can fight here in America. You put that in Vegas. That'd be a big fight.
but Bud's
You
the market in Omaha.
I understand that, but it's not a guarantee that you're gonna get Janabek to fight Bud in Omaha. We can speculate all day and say, hey, if he offered
That
Janabek,
money,
you
that
offer
money
that money.
talk.
Yeah, but hold on, Hunter.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, I just edged back. But Janabek also, I don't know if he Ukrainian or Russian or whatever he is, but them dudes not prostitutes for money. They not Canelo. They ain't Mexican. You know what I mean?
But
They not
look,
gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, my friend. They not doing that, bro. I don't see him. Okay, and I could be wrong, but I don't see Janabek being like, cool, I'll fight Crawford in his hometown. I think he'll fight Crawford, but I don't think he will fight him in his hometown.
Not even for a chance to beat a legend.
but look, but Usyk
No.
did all that road warrior shit too, though, right?
Yeah, he fought in the UK, but the UK is a lot of money over there, bro. It's a big market. That's why you think everybody want to fight over there.
Yeah, but I'm saying if Turkey putting the money up front, then that don't really matter, right? It's not like they're getting back end money, so that don't really matter. That cuts out back end money now.
Well, I mean, according to the new news with the from the zone,
Yeah.
you know, they doing that pay-per-view again. So
Oh shit.
I don't, you know, that's why Yeah. So all I'm saying at the end of the day is that they flip flopping with that because now
Yeah.
the zone brought back pay per view. So when it comes down to stuff like that, that's another factor that plays into the Janabek being held here. I
But
think Janabek and Bud, if they were to fight, would probably be in Saudi
that
because
makes the most.
Turkey,
That makes sense. That makes sense though.
because Turkey is getting hip to boxing now. He wasted a lot of money. His first 2 years? He going on 2 years as him being a financial advisor / promoter. So now he's like, I only want to make fights where I can get back what I'm putting into it. That's why he's putting on these big fight cards. We got one coming up with Brian Norman and Devin and Benavides and Yard. You know, he had Better Beeve on there, right? Now Better Beeve is off, but he getting hip to, okay, I need to get what I put back in. If he put all this money in Omaha for Bud, right? I don't think he would get back what he put in. He'll get something, but it ain't gonna be what he put into the event.
So but I kind of disagree a bit because I'm looking at the larger landscape, right? What with Saudi is doing in sports in general. They bought out the golfing. They're bringing guys like Ronaldo. They're not really getting their money back. I think it's a bigger play to. They're trying to
Yeah,
open Saudi Arabia up to the world and
yeah,
expand the market outside of just oil because Saudi's just known for oil. So now they're trying to bring sports into it. And if he was trying to make money on the sport, he wouldn't have did the Times Square because that didn't make any money on the fight. So I don't
yeah.
think it's about making money for Turkey. I think they're just trying to expose Saudi Arabia to the world because nobody goes there. So now they're bringing sports, so people have a reason to go to Saudi.
Facts.
That's why they're giving all this money up. Is he
It's
doesn't
people
care to
go,
make the
but
money back.
they got
These
money.
are these are trillionaire type niggas.
It's people go to Saudi, but you gotta be like that to go to Saudi. You gotta have your pockets right.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't drink in Saudi. There's not really an incentive for regular. There's no
That's
industry in
true.
Saudi. There's no
That's that's,
industry. There's
that's
no,
true.
you know what I'm saying? Dubai is a little different. Dubai and Saudi are, you know what I'm saying? Dubai is a whole different ball game. But Saudi, nobody really goes to Saudi though.
I'm just saying that I think you can market Bivol and Bud better in America than Bud versus Janabek.
100%.
I think if they make Bud versus Janabek, it will be in Saudi Arabia
Mhm.
or maybe the UK. They might try to do something like that, but not in America. Bivol and Bud is a bigger fight here, and you can market that. That's a Vegas fight.
I agree. Facts.
No, that's a dangerous fight for Bud. I ain't gonna care. I think both of them are, but at the same time, I think Bud, out of the two, the one most likely I'll be like he can win out of those two fights would be Janabek.
Janabek.
Would
I
you
agree.
watch both? Would you watch both fights though?
Yeah, those are. I mean, he's proven at 168 that hey, it don't matter, right? I'm still fast. I still got good feet. I still got high boxing IQ. So if he go up to 75 and fight Bivol, I will
Oh,
watch it.
I think Bivol would maybe come down, either catchweight or Bivol come down. Because remember, Bivol wanted to come down to fight Canelo in the second fight.
Yeah, he
Canelo
did. He
didn't want
wanted
him to
to. He
come down.
wanted to do it at 68
He
with
wanted to do it at
Canelo.
68, but
Yeah,
Canelo was like, nah.
but that's because Canelo was making excuses, saying that because they fought at 75 the first time. He was talking about because of the weight. So Bivol just wanted another
Facts.
fight. So he was like, I'll go back down to 68 and fight Canelo. I'll even come to your weight class and fight you.
And
So
I
you
don't
don't
think
think
he
he'll
was
do that
pump
for Bud?
faking.
No, I don't think he'll do that because the only reason he did that or said that was because of the excuses that was being made when it pertains to Canelo. Canelo was saying, "Oh, it was the weight and all this."
Yeah, that's
So
facts.
Probably.
he was like, "Okay, cool, I'll go down there." Going to 68 for Bud, I don't think he'll do that. I think if anything, he gonna have Bud come to 75.
Or catch weight,
Catchweight,
maybe.
Yeah,
catchweight makes
or
sense.
catch
Maybe like
weight.
172,
Yeah,
Yeah.
173.
I agree. So I think that fight right there, if that fight gets presented to Bud and he decides to take it, it's gonna most likely be around that light heavyweight weight class.
And then if he gets that fight, let's say he wins, this all theoretically, would he then be the greatest? Would he be a great fighter then?
Not the greatest. He just said great, not the
Would he be?
greatest.
Because he just said he's good now. Would that make him great?
He'll be great. He beat B-Ball.
How great? How
we
great?
gotta clip this.
We gotta clip this, dog.
If he go up there and beat B-Ball, he'll be great, man.
Hey, that Boss Hogg a tough crowd though, man. He's hard to please, man. Shit.
I'll make a video. I'll make a video with a Terrence Bud Crawford shirt on, saying how great he is.
In Omaha, you got to go to Omaha too, boss.
Nah, he can't. They'll run him out of there.
I'll go to his gym with the Terrence Bud Crawford shirt on. Terrence Crawford is great.
I'm dead.
Terrence Crawford is great, man. Nah, but I think that those two fights will be two good options. You know, I ain't think about that. Those would be two good options for him. But me personally, I feel like he needs to retire. That's my opinion. You 3-time undisputed. You did something no other fighter has done. It probably won't be repeated in boxing history. Just retire.
But why retire when there's still a segment of people that are questioning the resume?
I mean, you beat the most popular fighter, right? Okay. Besides the whole situation about Washer being aside, Canelo Alvarez is one of the most popular fighters in boxing today. We all can agree, right?
Big fact.
He has the most loyal fan base. He has the aura, all that, right?
And accomplished. Don't just say popular. Accomplished as well.
Exactly. So he beat that guy.
Yeah, but niggas still ain't happy though. Niggas still ain't happy though.
I understand that, but why be greedy and try to go get more when you just beat this guy that has everything that you feel like you should have had your whole career?
Because you beat him too easy. You beat him pretty easy, and you feel like you still got juice in the tank, man.
Because Bud feel like, hey, I should have been the face of boxing a long time ago. I should have had all this respect. People should have respected my resume. What did he talk about? Resume, respect, right? He said in that interview with Andre Ward, now people are starting to come around. People are starting to come around and try to get on the bandwagon because they seeing how great I am. But it's like, okay, you have that now, right? Why put that at risk? Right? Because this is what I fear. Okay. He go fight somebody else and he lose. I don't want that for him. What I want, truthfully, he 38. Just go ahead and sell off in the sunset. Right? Now, like I said before, if he didn't fight Canelo, that'd be different. I'd be like, hey, bro, you need to go fight Fondura, Allah Akbar, Virgil Ortiz, and if Boots get some names on his resume and he, then boom, fight Boots. But Jamel Charlo, they don't like each other. That's a big fight. You know what I mean? Granted, that's a big fight. So, but since he fought Canelo, the most, the guy who had everything that he was seeking for his whole career, just sell off in the sunset. Enjoy your wins. You ain't got, right now, I ask you this. Do you feel like Bud Crawford got anything else to prove to you, in your opinion?
I don't, but I feel like neither does Usyk. And Usyk went and fought Dubois for what? And Usyk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hearing
the controversial ending of the first fight.
Yeah. And I think
is Usyk retired though? Is he done?
No.
That's my point.
They trying to get him to fight
Joseph Parker, right?
Yeah.
So I think Usyk's same age as Bud. They're both like 38. So it's like, if Usyk's still doing it, why not Bud? And why not? Usyk probably took more damage than Bud, if you could argue.
I think with Usyk he's never fought Joseph Parker. Am I correct?
No.
Joseph Parker kind of on a little win streak. So, Joseph Parker beat some good people. Well, I'll say some names.
He on the streak right now, yeah.
So
because he was supposed to get the fight before Dubois.
Yeah.
But Usyk doesn't need Joseph Parker does nothing for Usyk's resume at this point.
Nothing.
That's what I'm saying. But he's still gonna do it. So like Bivol actually does something for Bud's resume. And so does Janabek. Another undisputed run. There's no more undisputed
Is
for Usyk.
is Parker a threat to Usyk?
I think Moses is probably a bigger threat.
No, no, no.
I,
I'm just saying, but Parker though,
Parker, I mean,
probably not, right? But Bivol is a huge threat, in my opinion, to
yeah.
Bud.
right, right.
Yeah.
Huge threat.
It's more
So that's why you're
risk.
saying don't do it? Are you saying don't do it?
I'm not
That's
in
why I say
favor
don't.
of it.
I say
Respect,
don't do it.
respect, respect,
That's
respect.
why that's why I'm saying like he need to retire because it's too much of a risk. Him fighting that fight and him not coming out on top in that type of fight. Because Bivol is he got high boxing IQ as well. That little pendulum bounce he be doing. I mean,
Yeah,
granted,
that
Bud
So,
Soviet
got
but
style.
but
It's the
but
Soviet style.
my question to this to the Bivol Crawford fight. Let's say hypothetically speaking, let's say Crawford does lose to Bivol. That doesn't discredit his body of work. That's
it
actually
don't.
a
Just like
decent
the
loss
Canelo
on his
fight,
resume.
right?
What?
To just like the Canelo fight.
Yeah, I'm wholeheartedly. If he would have lost to Canelo, I still would have gave him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't discredit what his resume. So
I
I think
agree.
I think he should continue. I just want to see
I
more from
think
the dude.
mm-hmm.
I want to see
Because I
more.
think there's still doubters out there of Bud, which is I'm not saying they right
I'm
or
one of them.
wrong.
I'm
I'm
I'm a
sorry,
doubter,
Coach.
Yeah,
but
What you
and
said
respect,
you
hey,
wanted to
coach, I
see?
respect, I respect the honesty. So I'm saying, but Bud can still prove a few more. He has enough left in the tank where he can prove them doubters wrong. I believe so. He doesn't have to, but I think he still has enough to do it, whether it's Janabek or Bivol.
right, exactly. So and then again, like I said, win or lose, I can accept that he went out and continued
Facts.
and
He
dared to be
he
great.
gets credit regardless, pretty much.
Exactly. That's all I want for Crawford. Outside of
Mm-hmm.
that, outside of that, I just want him to put a few more names on that resume. Win or lose, as long as they top notch, elite, pound
Respect,
for pound
respect.
fighters. That matter of fact, forget the pound for pound, just top notch elite fighters we know that can provide smooth and good competition for Bud. Win or lose, I give him credit for that.
So how
And
many more fights, Coach?
to
Like, put just a hypothetical number. How many fights?
I'll say three good.
Three.
For me,
And
three, but I
just
say to Boss's point, where he's like, just retire. You beat the guy, Canelo, the biggest star. But I'll say, Bud just gained a. You could say, did Bud gain 1 million fans? Why not Bud go out there and win more fight with all these newfound fans though? Because Bud still wasn't a bigger name than a lot of guys, even though he beat Earl. So
And,
now
and
he just beat Canelo. Now he does have the cachet behind. Why not go fight with this newfound stardom? Why not go
and
fight a few more fights?
I see that because where I conduct my business, where my job is at,
Hmm.
there's a lot of Hispanics in that community, and they now have bought into the Bud situation. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Why not
yeah.
continue moving forward with your newfound fans, with your newfound, whatever
Hmm.
you gain from the Canelo thing, and keep going. Show us more, because like I say, I'm 100% still a doubter, but I'm only still a doubter because he hasn't went up, and because I want him to continue to prove himself against the elite. And like I said before, if you lose, who cares? Long as
At
you
this
lose
point, nobody
somebody,
cares. At this point, nobody cares.
long as you in there doing what you're supposed to do against the people you're supposed to be doing it against.
Yeah.
I I agree. I see the angle, but for me, it's like there's kind of a built-in excuse there, in my opinion, and that's why I didn't like the Canelo fight. Because let's just say he would have lost to Canelo, they would have ran with, oh well, he was just damned to be great. He was, which they do for everybody else who moves up, whatever so and so weight classes. Oh, he dared to be great. He tried and it didn't work, so he gonna go back down. It's like I want credit for both fighters. That's my thing. It's like as a fight fan, when I watch a fight, I want to be like, okay, if this dude lose, kind of like we're gonna use Arrow because that's the big one of the big fights of you know the last couple of years. When Arrow lost to Bud, yeah, there was some people who was like, "Oh, Arrow sucked," but then there was other people like, "I respect Errol Spence." because he took the fight. Yeah, he lost, but he took the fight. He just lost to Bud, you know. And Jay Wills, even I've even seen him get into it with other Bud buddies and say, "Hey, Errol Spence would beat everybody else. He just can't beat Bud."
Facts.
And it's true. I don't discredit Earl for that loss to Bud. We that loss is aging well. We see what Bud can do. So by
Facts.
Earl losing to Bud, I didn't like the way he lost to Bud, but at the same time, it ages over well because now you have that loss on your record where you can go back and say, I lost to one of the greatest of all time if Bud continues to do what he does. You know what I'm saying? So that loss ages well. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I want to see more from Bud because I'm still a doubter. But at the same time, I do think I agree with K-Po. Retirement is probably best for Bud. But at the same time, he got low mileage, so why not
Low
continue?
mileage. But what
See,
exactly do
that's
you?
why I disagreed with y'all. I told y'all, Bud out of his prime. I don't
My
know how
bad,
But
my
many more
bad.
fights he got left in him.
coach,
Uh-huh.
what exactly are you doubting? Are you doubting the skill, or are you just doubting the resume? Because
The
my
The resume.
resume
argument for
probably.
The
my
resume.
argument for the resume is you can't like create great fighters for Bud to fight at his. There was nobody in the weight class that Bud didn't fight. We can't make them up.
I,
You
and
feel me?
I partially agree with that. I partially agree with that.
And John
You
Wick
can't make
probably
fighters great.
serious.
You can't go in the lab and create fights for Bud. You can't do that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I looked at how per se Bob Arum, Top Rank, and Bud was moving. It was some strategy behind it, but at the same time, you kind of got to look at how the landscape was when he was moving in and out of these weight divisions. Guys were coming in, he was leaving out. Guys were leaving out when he was coming in, so it makes it look weird on their behalf.
But
And
what?
I
Okay.
think
So what guys exactly that did you want to see Bud fight that he didn't fight? That would have
I,
been a good fight.
to me, the boots. I like that fight better down at 47 than I do at any other weight class.
But
Why?
who did? Oh man, but Boost didn't fight nobody. If we would have beat
That
Boost, then that's it.
that's
Oh
true.
man. But
That's
you got to also remember, Coach, you're a 5% or two, bro.
that which is true. True. But at the same time, before if we look at we could say Boots ain't fought nobody, right? Cool.
Yeah.
But before Bud Crawford fought Earl Spence, what would be the question mark there? Neither one of them at that time had something really going for themselves.
Nah, Earl had a great resume at 147, and Bud was a undisputed champion, and he was a champion at weight
No, no,
class.
I'm
One
saying
had
no,
accolades, one had a decent resume.
no, I'm saying what if he would have fought him before? Because remember, before Bud fought Earl, Bud was still itching and clawing and scratching at the door,
Oh,
trying to
fat,
get people.
but they offered Boots to fight on Black Prime. But Boots said, "I'm loyal to
Showtime to
Showtime."
loyal. Yeah.
That's on Boots.
We got a video. I agree with it. I marked that. I stamped that. I said, in my opinion, I don't like it. I don't like how that went. They offered,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like, experience played a big part in that, and I can see how they moving Boots strategically too. Now, I'm not.
yeah.
No fighter gets away from me. I share an open point of view. They moving
Facts.
Boots strategically too, though. But I
Why?
understand what he did. What me and Two Cents were talking about earlier. I understand what he did with the Lima fight. I despise that fight. I don't like that fight at all. But he had to do what he had to do. Same thing with Bud. But at the same time, nobody. The problem is with Bud. Nobody can get the same credit that Bud gets when somebody else is doing the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
They not doing the same thing.
But
Yeah, but
it's.
for
Sorry.
example, you'd have to give me an example of someone doing the same thing Bud's doing.
I
He
mean,
said boots.
before
No,
Bud
but
fought.
he's saying when other people do it, they don't get the credit. Basically saying when they do what Bud's doing, right?
So
If I heard that
who?
right. Yeah, who exactly?
Correct. I'm talking about Boots. Look at the parallels in their careers.
There
Nah,
is
there's no
none.
parallel, man. Boots left 147 without fighting one champion. He look, and Boots left the division literally 2 weeks before.
While
He
people were
said,
coming up.
he said, I have no problem making the weight. Then he's gonna tell us a doctor told him I'm not performing at 100%.
My
What doctor can tell you not performing at 100%?
What was the exact percentage? What was it, like
I can't answer
70%?
that.
Yeah, he said the doctor said I'm performing at 75%.
I can't answer
What
that.
doctor can tell me I'm not performing like that? That's not facts.
That's a different type of question. I don't believe
But coach, I'm saying you got to think
that's a
Hey,
about
built-in
that
excuse.
though, coach.
That's a built-in excuse. I ain't answering that.
I ain't gonna lie. That's an excuse.
That's an excuse. Yeah.
That's
That's an
an
excuse.
excuse.
Facts.
So
100%.
He's leaving divisions without fighting champions and then saying bullshit like that.
But let me say this too.
Wild
Does
dudes are coming
everybody
into the
that is a
division.
competitive, well, that is a competitive good fighter have to be a champion to display that they're that type of guy?
What Teofimo called him out and Dev called him out. He didn't fight nobody that called him out. Or there was nobody that was calling Bud out in them lower weight divisions when they were coming in and Bud moved out and they said, "Nah, I wanted to fight Bud." There's no history of that.
If I'm
I
Boots,
was
I'm
good.
not entertaining
Did
a Theo or that.
didn't the racist call him out when he
Who's
was
the
at
race?
47? Teofimo.
Yeah, but Bud was at 154 then.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm Boots, I'm not entertaining
And Tio
Theo.
and the race is
I'm
Tio. We gotta watch Tio because Tio has been calling out black fighters his whole career and he hasn't fought
And
one.
that's
then
that's
who?
because he's
This
trying
is
to
a
Thank
get
way
there.
you,
for Tio to
thank
sell
you.
his fights.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
He's
who
just
he
trying to
turn
get
around and
there, and he
fight?
knows what he's
Facts.
Now
trying to
he's
go to
asking
get the
us,
right.
should I fight Pacquiao or Shakur? He's playing games.
Come on
Right,
now.
right, right, right. But that's how Tio knows what he has to do, and he feels like that's the route he has to take to get one of these recognitions from a black fighter, one of these top notch black fighters, to get his name out there where he really wanted to be. And
Outside of fighting them, right?
right, right, right.
So, but
But
like outside of that, I'm saying nobody really called out. No one's really ever called out Bud in his career when we really think about it. Outside of Jerron Ennis, which he said he's been calling out Bud since 2018. I think we can all agree that's kind of cap. And you had the fight.
Uh,
Outside of that, but Boots has had 4 or 5 guys we can say called him out. Didn't fight one of them. So I'm just saying right there that kind of there's a little parallel. But Bud never really ran from no smoke.
there's two different reasons why they didn't call for Bud, and then they calling for Boots. Boots has a brand. Yeah, he's flashy. He didn't put himself out there. Bud was kind
Big
of
facts. Okay, I give you that.
but Bud is kind of the guy who was kind of like behind the scenes. He didn't want to, he probably, so he not finna go cry and beg until he got to that point with Spencer. It was like, I'm not finna
Yeah.
letting this slip away. You know what I'm saying? So it's two different reasons why they calling out Boots and then they not calling out Bud. You get what I'm saying?
But Boots really ain't a cash cow, and you're not getting paid to fight Boots either. You feel
He
me? So why are they calling out Boots? He's not the cash cow,
because
and
they
they're
know
lowballing niggas.
they know if you can knock out a guy that looks like that in the ring, even though we all can agree he has chinks in his armor. He there's things he needs to work on before he do take on the Bud. I'm not wholeheartedly saying he can beat a Bud. I just would like to see him
Yeah,
fight Bud. But
facts.
at the same
yeah.
time, if you can get in there as a Tiafimo and get in there and beat a guy like Boots who boxes the way he does, who demands respect, who has the power, he has the speed, he has the flashiness, he has the defense, if you can beat a guy like that, you know how much credibility you can get, even though he doesn't have the huge market behind him.
I agree, but I think Tio will get just as much credit if he goes out there and if he would have beat a Devin Haney or a Shakur before the Ryan fight. I
Hey,
think that would have put Tio in it would put him just as high. Boots ain't really that big in boxing for niggas to really give him that much credit.
and I agree. I feel like Tio, as much as I don't like him as a person because what he says and how he come at people a certain way,
Yeah.
Tito really has something behind him. He really should be marketed a little bit better, and he should have more money. But it's something holding him back. What I don't know. I'm not
His mouth.
exactly, exactly
That racist stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's why
dumbass
Turkey
shit.
said he didn't want to do business with
right.
him.
But at the same time, it's something for people to look at. He's a spectacle to look at in the ring. So that's why it's like, okay, I need you to get in here with this guy. That's why everybody's pointing at Boots. It's like we think you have what we need to get in there with Bud. And if he gets in there with Bud, win or lose, I think that's a loss that'll age well for Boots. And if Bud was to lose to Boots, that's not a bad loss to have on your record.
It's a terrible loss.
If
It's
Boots gets
terrible. Nah,
destroyed, do you think that
not in
messes
my
him
opinion.
up moving
If if
forward?
if Bud loses the Boots, that's fucking terrible.
Well, let's say once Boots has the experience with the other names, like me and
Yeah,
Theo,
let's say he fights a Virgil and who else? Like who gives who? Either
I'll
way,
give him
it's uh-huh.
I'll give him a Virgil. I'll give him a Charlo because I feel like him. I feel like that's a good matchup. I give him a Charlo. If you get something like that on your resume and then you backdoor and go fight a Bud, win or lose, you get some credibility out of it.
Boots.
And
I'm saying it's a bad loss for Bud though. No matter how you split it, because
and
because Bud beat Canelo and Canelo beat the shit out of Jermell. Virgil didn't really beat anybody. He's about to beat Lubin, but Lubin's been knocked out twice. Once in the first round.
mm-hmm.
So
But
it's not really nothing. If I'm saying if Bud loses to Boots, it's a stain on his career. Versus
but
if Bud, because when we said Bud fighting Bivol and Janabek, it's not really a stain because
but
those are.
you but that's a
Uh-huh.
fight where you can see if Boots was to beat Bud, you can go back and watch and be like, okay, I see the skill set kind of played a different role. There's things you can go back and look at in that fight and say, okay,
Yeah. But
that
you as a nigga that you, because I'm assuming you box. They call you coach. So I'm assuming you box. You coach. You had that eye. But for the majority of fans, 90%, they gonna shit on Bud.
and that's why I speak from an open point of view,
Yeah,
so
from
people
yeah,
people
right.
don't get.
I see where you're coming from. I see.
I don't speak for just fanboys. I don't speak for a favorite fighter. I don't speak
Yeah.
for I
Hmm.
speak from an open point of view because
Sack Chasers.
I don't speak for
Nah,
Sack.
yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I speak from an open point of view so people understand who I am when I do get on the panel or when we do drop podcasts. I'm not just
Yeah.
I'm
You
I'm not
speaking
a
from a
Bud.
real perspective, like
Right.
just
I'm
box the
not a
shit.
Bud hater at all, but at the same time, I see what he has. I know what he has. I just want to see him do it against the other
He
people who has
he
it,
he
and he's
doing what
doing it now.
he doing
Yeah.
what you do, Huncho. He asking questions, right?
Facts.
You
Facts.
ask questions.
Hmm.
You know, they
Nah,
just
I
like
respect it. I mean, when I come up here, I'm learning just as much, bro. I really
yeah,
appreciate
you
talking to
ask
y'all niggas, man.
you asking questions. You know, so that's what coach
Yeah.
was doing. You
Yeah.
know, really, the reason why I was so quiet because I wanted Coach and Jay Will to, because they've been in the comment section going at each other. You know what I mean? But
Boss,
then
since
So
when you
these
became
is,
an instigator?
No, but
that's
Jay
why
Will,
Boss a matchmaker
Jay
now.
Will earned
boss
I
has
ain't gonna
always
lie.
been bringing up Jay Will. I'm like, who is this Jay Will dude to keep bringing up, bro?
Because
now
Jay Will, I ain't gonna lie, he be having his facts straight most of the time, but sometimes I be trying to test him to see if he really a Bud fan or is he really a fan of boxing. And now I
I'm
know
a
that I
fan of
met him on the
boxing.
panel. He actually
nah
knows some
Jay
boxing.
Jay
He
Will a
actually
fan of
knows some
boxing.
boxing.
He a fan of boxing. He like to joke around, man.
Oh, definitely.
I've been the me and him been going at each other since before the Errol and Crawford fight.
Yeah, been years.
So he know it's all respect over here. We
Right.
joke
And then
around.
my bad, I don't mean to cut you off, Capo. But then the other guy, I ain't heard him in a while because I only can hear like Huncho Capo, and then I can hear him sometimes. I heard 2 cents, but I don't know if she was in and out. But I only heard like half of each conversation because my internet, we got a storm coming in. But anyways, like I say, when I get on here, I'm just because I'm a coach and I sparred and I did all that other stuff, don't mean it's stuff I don't know. So I'm learning from everybody, but at the same time, I like to see who I'm actually talking boxing with because you can't talk boxing to everybody because of this era that we're in with the casuals,
Facts.
the fanboys, and this
Yeah.
politics. So you can't talk boxing to everybody because people that are watching boxing nowadays have just not got into the sport because of social media. So they feel like they're top notch talkers when it comes to the sport of boxing because of social media. When really you just started watching the sport from your phone and you watching highlights, you ain't watching no fights.
At
Right. You don't
all.
know what's going on. So that's why when we do what we do, I'm learning people. I want to hear what they say to make sure I'm debating with somebody who actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Nah, Huncho, no. You
Right.
know,
I've been on, I remember him from a while ago. He was on here a while ago. I think probably the last time we did it, he was on here.
Yeah. I try to when I see it, I try to hop on, man. For real, for real.
yeah, man. But Jay Will, man, next time, bro, you and Coach B, man, that's why I was quiet, bro. Cause I'm trying to get y'all.
This man.
I'm trying to get y'all to go. And you, K-Po, I'm like, bro, I was trying to get y'all to, man, you
No,
asking me questions. I'm like, bro, that's for y'all. You know what I
hold
mean?
up. Hold up.
But I got
I
respect for
watch
Jay
I
Will.
watch
Like I
all
said, I
boss
got on here to see
videos,
if
so
he
I know how
actually
to cook them. I
was
don't
a
really.
fan of the
I just
sport
start watching
or just a
Coach.
fan of Crawford, but he actually a fan of the sport. He got some facts. Sometimes the questions and the commenting was a little crazy, and he had me throw it off. But at the same time, I see where he's going. He loved the sport, but at the same time, he gonna bring some kid and some fun to it. I can respect that.
Yeah, nah, he be having his stuff right. I ain't gonna cap. He be thinking he be cooking me, but nah, he be having his stuff right though. I ain't gonna lie. He
So
be
And
I didn't
having
cook you with your own facts.
you you like I told you. You tell half the truth. You don't tell the whole truth.
Oh, I ain't gonna get
You
no
tell
credit. I feel like
you,
Bud now. I don't get no credit.
you tell half the truth. You'll say something I said, and I'll be like, yeah, I said that. But what else did I say?
But
And then you be like, well, that don't matter. That don't matter. You said this. This is what you said. I'm like, bro, but what else did I say about that? So
Right. And then
But no,
shout out to 2 Cents, because 2 Cents, that's she's always on point. I ain't she's always on.
I
Shout
definitely
out
rock
2
with
Cents.
2 Cent.
I got to start watching her on her channel.
I think she gets on live a lot, right?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. I got to start going.
Yeah.
I was going over there, but I got to get back to it.
yeah,
I didn't know you made videos though, Coach. You make videos too?
Yeah, with me and K-Po, we got a channel, a podcast, Clutch Factory.
Clutch.
It's on YouTube. All you got to do is go to Boss Hogg and it'll pop up.
All right, man. I'm gonna tap in with that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
we be
started
over
getting
there.
up on
But
those
like I say,
videos.
it's love from this side. I just want to make sure we articulating everything the right way when it comes to the sport of boxing. And like I say, I speak from an open point of view. I have no favorite fighters. If I did, everybody know. I'm gonna tell you right now, it'd be Gary Russell or Gary Antoine Russell. Either way, but at the same time, I don't have a favorite fighter, so I'm speaking from an open perspective, and I do coach the sport. So sometimes I just like to get on here and speak on a different perspective from the fight, because everybody want to talk about money, everybody want to talk about accomplishments. I'm talking about two guys in the ring and what they need to be doing and how they should look. That's the perspective I mainly speak from.
Yeah,
You guys were just talking
respect.
boxing or just all sports on the other channel?
Boxing.
Okay, I thought you had another channel too, boss, talking sports or something. Or am I tripping?
Yeah, mine on greatness. I ain't been on there in a minute because juggling this channel and then Clutch Factory,
Okay,
it's a
yeah.
lot. So
Yeah, Boss got about 10 jobs.
yeah, I be I be working. So these two channels I just locked in on. The other channel, I mean, we was gonna keep it going, but then like certain people couldn't shoot and it just became a hassle. So we might pick it back up and get free time, but right now we just focus on Clutch and my channel. So that's what it is. I'm gonna try to go live mode. Jay Will, man, you need to get on the panel mode, man. Stop being in these comment sections.
Nah, man, I'll jump on this panel. I don't be with other people channel. Like you see, ain't nobody on here getting disrespected, cursing people out,
But
this, that, and the
that's a
third.
wrap for me. Good night, be safe, be blessed for everybody. Remember, hey, I wake you up, people with breath in your body. Everything else is extra. I'm up out of here.
All right,
Hey,
man.
be
Facts.
safe, bro.
But yeah, you gotta get on the panel mode, man. So what I'm gonna start doing is probably every Saturday. I'm gonna try to start going live again. I'm gonna probably put a little note or whatever, what time I'm gonna go live. You know what I mean? And then just start going live again so we can talk that boxing talk. You know what I mean? I like, picking people, like Coach say, pause, big pause on this, picking people brains on what they know and talking that boxing talk. We talk trash to each other, but it ain't nothing personal. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I
So
think if it get personal with the boxing talk, that means you really sack chasing the motherfucker, dog. Because I mean, these ain't your cousins, and none. These boxers we don't even know.
man, man,
They be
man,
defending these dudes like it's they fucking cousin,
bro,
man.
Man, listen.
bro. I had a dude in my conversation. He want to fight me.
I was on the
Hey,
live when they did that. I
and
was
then,
on the live.
hey, all balls do is send the email.
You actually do that? You send contracts, bro?
I said, yeah. I sent the email.
That's funny. That's funny as shit.
Hey, usually they don't respond, so you could tell where they at with it. But it's
Yeah,
never that deep with me at all, ever.
Hell nah. I ain't getting paid for bud fights or nothing, so like, fuck. Yeah.
yeah. So
Hey,
I
man,
mean,
I'm going to get up out of here, man. I'm on East Coast time, man. I got to get up in a few hours.
all right,
Yeah, me too, man. I'm a holler, man. Appreciate you for having us on, boss. For real.
no problem, man. Y'all take it
Same
easy.
here.
Be
Stay
safe.
blessed, bro.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
All
All
right.
right.
All right, y'all, man. We reached the end of the show. You know what I mean? We talked that boxer talk for 3 hours. I was only gonna be on here. Yeah, man. Man, they be talking about fighting, bro. I'll be like, all right, hit the email, man. We can get to it. We can get in the gloves. I don't, John, I don't know how old you is, but I'm from the era when dude wanted, man. All right, cool. Let's get in the gloves. You might lose, but hey, it is what I'm a man. I can get up. Hey, it is what it is. My head held high, chest out. You know what I mean? But I like I told you, I'm gonna try to go live every Saturday, man, so we can talk that boxing talk. Everybody can engage. This is a safe place where people can really, talk boxing and voice their opinion. You know what I mean? We ain't dealing with nobody disrespecting people. If anybody come on here being disrespectful, we're gonna move them out of here, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So I appreciate all y'all, man. I really do pray for everybody. Hope everybody have a blessed Sunday. I gotta get up in a couple of hours. You know, my wife, I'm keeping her up by being on here talking loud. But like I said, I appreciate all y'all, man. Much respect. Boss gone.